Welcome to the 20th annual Oldtime Baseball game from beautiful St. Peter's Field in Cambridge, Massachusetts. I'm Eddie Basile, along with Carmine Nardone. And Carmen, another perfect night. Huh?
Beautiful, Eddie. 88 degrees. It's a gorgeous night. It's night.
It's nighttime, yeah. It's
beautiful.
Officially night. Perfect night for another great fundraising event tonight.
Unbelievable. How lucky we get every year. This has got to be the prettiest night of the summer.
It is. It's a perfect night. A little warm, but hey, who's complaining, right?
I'm not complaining.
I got the bug spray here just in case. And we're almost ready. That's Glenn Kuchar you hear. He's going to be doing the PA announcing tonight. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So a lot of stuff going on. We've got
a packed house.
Packed house as usual, up and down both sides.
Although I feel like there's more people here this year.
I think there is.
Yeah.
Every year it seems to grow and grow and grow. It's just
beautiful.
It's just a great event. There you can see the guys all right there.
Mm-hmm.
Briefly, what's going on is you see all different uniforms. So there's no two particular team uniforms. There's just uniforms from 1900s on up to about 1957, around that time. So
reproductions of classic.
Great
uniforms.
Reproductions. We'll talk about that, how they're only used twice a year. And, this is one of the days. And
they take them out and dust them off and get them ready.
So twice a year they won. And they're actually wool jerseys, wool uniforms. So these guys are going to be a little bit hot tonight.
Yeah, I thought about that, actually. Yeah. Another thing I thought about in the shower today was how warm it was going to be in wool uniforms.
Well, I see you're wearing a tie tonight. You're looking sharp.
Well, this is a special event, sir.
Bringing out the A-team clothes. I like it.
Absolutely.
So we're getting ready to go underway. As we said, this is a fundraising event. It's 20th annual, and every year is a different
charity.
Different charity
that they focus on.
Yeah. So this is scleroderma.
Scleroderma. And what have you learned about it?
As we've read, and let me actually give a quick shout out to our Oldtime Baseball program right now.
Yeah.
Tells about it. It's this form of arthritis that hits just about everybody, but mainly women.
Mm-hmm.
It hits about
300,000
people a year.
Yeah.
And they call it an orphan drug, which I didn't know, and it's not really funded by the government for research. So it's events like this.
Right, that bring something like that.
Bring the money into the
That's not getting it. That's not getting the recognition.
Right.
And that's why this is so important.
Yeah. This is exactly why we're here. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's a perfect evening.
Pre-game programming will
I just want to say, if a cameraman can get a shot of this, that to me is dedication. Okay, if you can have this many people stand, okay, that right there.
Yep.
Beautiful. Nice shot.
Yeah.
All right.
And actually go back to that front cover too.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. Hold that up again. That you took that picture. What, about 6 years ago? 4 years
Maybe
ago?
4 years.
4 years ago.
4 years ago.
And Johnny Pesky right there.
Yep.
Who every year was a fixture here until he passed. Up until the he actually passed
on the day of the last year's
game. Yeah, amazing thing.
So, Steve Buckley chose to honor him with using this as the cover, and I was really appreciative because it was a photo that I really loved, and so is Steve, and it's great.
Yes.
I remember it was on first base line, and all the players were getting ready, and Johnny called them all over, right? And he just reached out to say something to them all, and all these kids were just fixated on what he was saying, as you can tell in the photo.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he told a dirty joke, okay? And all these kids just broke up laughing.
Yep.
And I don't know to this day what he said, but by their reaction, I assume it was something, because he was great for that.
Yeah. He would come down and do an interview with us.
Yeah.
And 90, 89, 88 years old, 90 years old. He would come every year and sit down, and the little kids were like magnets.
Oh, yeah.
Just come. He would sign every baseball, sign every autograph.
He had that legendary vibe to him.
Yes.
Like as you walked, you knew you were around greatness.
Yeah.
You know?
And you knew when he was speaking to you, he meant it.
Yeah.
He wasn't a phony in any. He was totally sincere. He was just a great person.
Can I tell you a great story?
Yes.
2 years later, I printed out the photo, and it was Johnny's last year that he actually was here.
Yep.
And he was on the first baseline dugout, and I brought him the photo, and he loved it, and I gave him one, and he signed mine.
Awesome.
And so at my house I have this photo signed by Johnny Pesci.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is a collector's
And
item.
and that was his last appearance here. That when he signed it.
Yep, and
Yeah.
like you said, Steve Buckley has that in his office too, huh?
Yeah.
So that's something. Great
Which
shot.
he told me personally, and I thought it was great.
Yep, that's a great shot.
So happy to be here, Eddie, and so happy to be here with you.
I know, it's good to see you.
It's a
We haven't
little
worked together
reunion
in a
of
while.
sorts,
Yes,
you know?
Yes, we've got a lot of stories to tell. It's going to be some good baseball too. Basically, it's players from colleges, local colleges, or some affiliation of Steve
Yes, sir.
Buckley's, and we all mesh together. And there's alumni here, so there's a lot of different stories behind the players and the uniforms. Field looks great as usual. Guys from the town of Cambridge do a great job keeping this field up. St. Peter's Field, we're on Sherman Street, right?
Yes.
Sherman Street in Cambridge. Yes. So if
99 Sherman.
you want to come down, come on down. Don't take your car down here. Don't try to park here. You won't be able to do that. But
There is parking around, so you
yes,
just have
there
to
is,
walk.
Yeah, actually,
you
right
know?
down the street. You got to walk a block or two, but you can make it down. It's a perfect night for it. Bring a chair or a towel or a beach blanket and spread it out. And tons, still a little room left. You can get in.
Instructions on how to have a good time.
Yes, and come sit with us.
It comes to actually, yeah, we'll
Yeah,
bring you
actually-
in and do an interview.
Yeah, why
You
not?
have something interesting to say?
Why not? And this is going to be seen pretty much throughout the country, as we have viewers from California, Texas, and actually I know some from Europe will text in.
Yep.
So it goes everywhere. The players just stretch.
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
country, too,
Their
so.
roots. It's amazing with the power of the internet,
Yes.
CTN Media,
Yep.
ctnmedia.net, how we are able to broadcast to the world
Yeah, this
and
is,
share, this beautiful game, and also the charity that we're doing this for tonight.
Yes, as we said, every year they choose a different charity. There's a committee. Steve Buckley originally started this. I don't want to say he started it, but we'll talk about the story and how that all goes. But it has evolved, and there's a whole committee now. There's a whole group of other people who we'll talk about and get to interview too. And
Right, and that's really what I was saying when I said it seems like it's bigger this year. It just
Yeah.
seems like there's every year
it
more
does.
people who have dedicated themselves to being a part of this.
Yes, it grows every year, and it was funny because I asked Steve a couple of years ago. I said, "What are you going to do when it outgrows this park?" And
Right.
He says, "Nothing. It's going to stay
Stay
here.
here. That's why he's the
It's
best.
not moving.
That's
and
why
this
he's
is-
the best.
Yep.
Because he knows.
Yeah.
It's in the heart of Cambridge, that this thing started
Yep.
and this thing will continue.
Yeah, it's a perfect location, and it's just perfect seating. You bring your chairs, you sit down. You can pan down the baselines, and
I mean, if people
See
could see what
everybody?
we see, I mean, I have chills, which is
Yeah.
beautiful sunset.
yeah,
I mean,
perfect.
this is
just the perfect. And the uniforms are awesome. These aren't cheap reproductions. These are done the right way. All wool.
so. These aren't the 1999 Welkers
No.
that you can pick up at Marshalls.
No, not
Okay.
in the discount rack. Well, looks like we're almost getting ready for Glenn Kuchar. He's going to do a lot of pregame stuff. We'll have going on. There's going to be a couple of
Well, the
awards.
ceremonial aspect
Yeah,
of this
it's-
game is so important as
It
well.
is.
I mean, of course, the game itself, but there is so much pregame, and it's part of what makes this great.
Yep. The one,
Acknowledgements.
yes. The one thing that the old-time baseball group does is they remember past games, past people, and it's just if you played in this game, you're always part of that family that keeps growing. And we'll talk about the past players. And
Yes.
You
Yep.
have an affiliation with someone playing tonight too.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, we can
And-
talk about that. Yeah.
Yep. And there's also a few people playing that have a hometown of Lexington,
Yep.
where I grew up, and also in the past,
Yeah.
my
so-
my family friend Carlos Pena has been a big part of this
Yep.
game.
Yep.
And, absolute legend.
Yep.
Felipe Pena,
Northeastern production, right?
who, if Felipe did not live in Florida now, he would be here tonight. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, a couple years ago, he flew up just for the game.
Well, I was saying that earlier. We've got people that will fly in from California just for this game. They'll
Yep.
fly in pretty much anywhere. If Buck makes the call, if you get a call from Steve Buckley,
Exactly.
you show up.
Right.
It's not a question of I don't know. You say where and when, and I'll be there.
And the only thing that kept Felipe away this year is all his grandchildren.
Well, that'll do.
You know?
That'll do it. All right, we're getting ready for the pregame introduction, so we're going to send it down to Glenn Kuchar and get this going. a little bow. Is that they're all local college kids, high school kids. There's we'll talk about.
Ladies and
There we go.
gentlemen,
We'll get
boys
underway
and
now.
girls, welcome to a celebration of baseball and to a class reunion, the 20th annual Abbott Financial Management Old-Time Baseball game. Before we begin the introduction of players, let's meet a special group of ladies who are going to help cheer us up for the beneficiary of this year's Old-Time Baseball game, the Scleroderma Foundation of New England. Here they are, folks, the Old-Time Baseball game Rockettes. And now for the non-starters and coaches of the visiting team sponsored by Eastern Bank. From Belmont and Trinity College and sponsored by Narragansett Lager, outfielder James Ramsey. From Westford and Bentley University, sponsored by Bob and Dee McLemore, right-hander Will Alden. From Chelmsford and Chelmsford High School, sponsored by the Rigetto family, right-hander Joe St. Hilaire. From Somerville and Emerson College, sponsored by Jay Hurd, right-hander Sammy Evers. From Medford and Franklin Pierce University, sponsored by Frank and Ann Firicano, right-hander Paul Covelli. From Norfolk and Babson College, sponsored by Jim the Wrestling Goon, right-hander Nick Ahern. From Andover and Skidmore College, sponsored by the Oppenheim family, right-hander Ben Murphy. From Linfield and UMass Dartmouth, sponsored by Joe and Donna Terrio, catcher Zach Tallis. From Milford and a graduate of Tufts University, sponsored by Wedgwood, Crane and Connolly, he returns to the old-time baseball game after a 4-year absence, infielder Kevin Casey. From Orange, Connecticut and Salve Regina University, sponsored by Karen and John Costco, first baseman Mark Boland. From Reading and Chelmsford Merchants, sponsored by Bonnie's Landscaping, infielder Bobby Gibbons. From Newton and Holy Cross, sponsored by the Elk Consulting Services, infielder Jack St. Clair. From Newton and LaSalle College, sponsored by Matthew and Carlene Fuchs, outfielder Billy Uberti. From Norfolk and Millis High School, sponsored by Michael McDonough, outfielder Matt Ferrara. And a late addition from Woburn and Woburn High School, sponsored by infielder Jared, sponsored by Matthew and Carlene Fuchs, infielder Jared Kenny. This next player is a former star at Wheaton College who achieved a lifetime dream last October when he took the mound at Fenway Park as starting pitcher in the Yawkey League All-Star Game. But it was on the mound that his pitching career ended as he suffered a broken arm while firing the ball to the plate. But he can still swing the bat. And we've invited him here tonight to make pinch hitting appearances from Weymouth and the Al Thomas Club of the Yawkey League, and sponsored by Bill and Kirsten Noveling, Chris McDonough. Making his debut as a player coach in the old-time baseball game, he's a two-time most valuable player of this game from Newton and the Brighton Braves of the Yawkey League, and sponsored by John Greeley and Cheryl Cosmo, James Greeley. Manager of the old-time of this Eastern Bank team. He's back for the 16th old-time baseball game from North Chelmsford and sponsored by John Miller, Brian Carey. And for the non-starters and coaches of the home team, the Andrew Gregg Family Trust sponsored team. First, a former first-round draft pick of the Florida Marlins who made his old-time baseball game debut by striking out the side in 2002. He returns to us for a second straight year, a longtime friend of the old-time baseball game from Peabody, sponsored by Haley Booksellers, right-hander Jeff Allison. From Belmont and Belmont High School, soon to be a freshman at Salem State, sponsored by Eastern Standard, right-hander Mike Richardson. From West Roxbury and Northeastern University, sponsored by Winslow, Evans & Crocker, left-hander James Mulry. From Stoneham and Holy Cross, sponsored by the Cambridge Savings Bank, right-hander Sean Guston. From Newton and Skidmore College, sponsored by Jay and Lori Burke, left-hander Max Martins. From Reading and Belmont Hill School, sponsored by Joanne Gregory, infielder Charlie McConnell. From Canton and Massasoit Community College, sponsored by Bruce Gordon, right-hander Matt Bernstein. From North Reading and Suffolk University, sponsored by Jack and Rosemary Arena, right-hander J.R. Richard. From Glastonbury, Connecticut, and the Brighton Braves of the Yawkey League, he plans to use a 1940 Nakoma glove when he pitches tonight, and he's sponsored by Ruth Bortsfield, right-hander Pete Lankage. From Somerville and the South End Astros of the Yawkey League, sponsored by the National Corvette Restorers Society, catcher Moises Maza. From Norton and a graduate of Suffolk University, you see him talking sports every night on Nesson, making his return to the old-time baseball game for the first time since 2005, and sponsored by Descenza Diamonds, catcher Adam Pellerin. From Canton and Tufts University, sponsored by Marie Coyle, infielder Kevin Godin. From Syosset, New York, and Suffolk University, sponsored by Carmeloop, first baseman Mike Cunningham. From Milford and Western New England University, sponsored by Cars for Causes, infielder Chris Casey. From Chelmsford and Fisher College, sponsored by Gorton Foods, outfielder Dominic Czar. From the city of Cambridge and Cambridge Ringe and Latin School, sponsored by Galuccio and Associates, outfielder Deshaun Velez. The next two players become the first participants in the old-time baseball game, having served as bat boys, 5 years as bat boys. From Cambridge and Matignon High School, and sponsored by Paul Monagle, outfielder Cameron Monagle. And from Arlington and Austin Prep, sponsored by Total Property Management, outfielder Daniel Monagle. Coaching in his first old-time baseball game, he played the game from 2001 to 2003, Anthony Del Prete. And another addition to the old-time baseball game, this time as a player coach. He played in the game in 2007 and again in 2010 and 11 from Newton and the Brighton Braves of the Yawkey League, sponsored by Polar Beverages, Alex Lee. And now the starting lineups for tonight's game. Leading off for Easton Bank from Medford and from Babson College, sponsored by Kay Castle, second baseman Rob Caggiano. Batting second from Norfolk and Suffolk University, sponsored by the Shack Law Office, center fielder Mac Jacobson. Batting third from Lowell and UMass Lowell, sponsored by Mahoney and Fiorentino, infielder Jimmy Ricoy. Batting fourth from Farmington, Connecticut, and a 2012 graduate of Newbury College, sponsored by Wally and Joan Shute, first baseman Alex Chetelit. Batting fifth from Wareham and the Wentworth Institute of Technology, sponsored by B&D Pallet Building and Supply, catcher Ryan Delgado. Batting sixth from North Reading and Salve Regina University, sponsored by Damian and Michelle Delano, third baseman Nick Delano. Batting seventh from Walpole and an incoming freshman at Boston College, sponsored by Greg Galis, shortstop Johnny Adams. Batting eighth from Braintree and Stonehill College, he played in the old-time baseball game in 2000 and 2001, sponsored by Footbridge Staffing, right fielder Junior Medina. And batting ninth, the starting pitcher from Milton and Babson College, sponsored by TD Ameritrade, right-hander Mike Bortolotti. And the starting lineup for the home team, leading off from Lexington and Harvard University, sponsored by Nick Metropolis, shortstop Mike Laughlin. Batting second from Framingham and the Rochester Institute of Technology, sponsored by Sean Flanagan, the most valuable player of the 2012 old-time baseball game, center fielder Skip Flanagan. Batting third from Framingham, he played 6 of his 9 major league seasons with his hometown Boston Red Sox, back for his 6th trip to the old-time baseball game and sponsored by the Lotus family, second baseman Lou Merlone. Batting fourth from Lexington and Boston College, sponsored by Andrew and Amanda Noveline, first baseman Chris Shaw. Batting fifth from Duxbury and a 2013 graduate of Bowdoin College, he's made so many media appearances in Connecticut with this event that he's known as the official spokesman of the old-time baseball game, sponsored by John and Debbie Findley, catcher Dan Findley. Batting sixth from Andover and a graduate of Bentley University, sponsored by Eastern Bank, left fielder Tommy Haw. Batting 7th from Reading and a graduate of Bentley University, sponsored by LaPlume & Sons Printing, third baseman Steve Gath. Batting 8th from Beverly and a graduate of Bentley University, sponsored by Glenn McLaughlin, right fielder Andy Frades. Batting 9th, the starting pitcher from Norwood and Boston College, sponsored by Bill and Eileen Noveline, right-hander John Gorman. The umpires for tonight's game. In his 7th year, Dave Tresca. In his 5th appearance at the old-time game, Brendan McCarthy. Doing the first old-time baseball game is Rich Cabral. And once again, the crew chief, back for his 16th old-time baseball game, is Charlie Drain. Serving as head trainer for tonight from Suffolk University is Jeff Stone. And because one of our players, is hearing impaired, and because some of our fans are hearing impaired, we have signing tonight for the hearing impaired fans, Beth Rubin. Beth, by the way, can show you the appropriate visual applause for those players who are hearing impaired and for those fans who can't hear. Ladies and gentlemen, apparently we have a significant lineup change for this year's old-time baseball game. And here to tell us what it's all about is Brian Carey.
Good evening, everybody. The old-time baseball game has not used a DH since 1997. But Chris McDonough being here and not even being able to pitch after, living what would be a dream for anybody turned into a great tragedy when he broke his arm last year at Fenway Park pitching in the Yawkey Baseball League All-Star game. Chris is going to DH the whole game tonight, so we can get him lots of at-bats and have a good time out here with the ball field. And also, Adam Pellerin's coming back after a few years of being gone, and he's going to DH for the home team. So a little change in tradition. I guess we'll go back to Ron Bloomberg with the DH. So, let's play ball and have something new here tonight at the old-time baseball game. Thanks, everybody.
So much for my lineup card. The city of Cambridge has graciously hosted the old-time baseball game since its birth in 1994, with Danahy Park, the athletic complex grounds crew, transforming St. Peter's Field into a field of dreams. Here representing the city is our new city manager, but longtime official of the city, assistant city manager before this. Finally, the city manager, Rich Rossi.
Thank you very much, Glenn, and I want to welcome everybody to the city of Cambridge. First, my congratulations to all those on the committee, to the sponsors, to the volunteers. It is truly a great effort. Certainly my congratulations to the players. You got to be pretty special to be in a game like this. And, I grew up in Cambridge. Baseball was a great tradition. It really saddens me today to drive by parks and not see them all jammed up with kids playing baseball when I was a kid. So I think anything like this that can promote baseball and push this so that young kids will pay attention and spend their time on the field instead of in the house all day, I think is a great thing. So I'm all for this. And I would, I certainly want to offer an invitation for next year and the year after, that's as long as my contract goes, for this event here in Cambridge. We have many great events. This is clearly amongst one of the greatest that we have every year, and we would never want to lose it. So I want to say to Steve Buckley, who deserves a great deal of thanks. I think this is an awesome, awesome thing that he does, and he's a true Canterbridgian. And he's also one of the few people who knows anything about baseball prior to 1980, which I love. So congratulations to everyone. This will be a great night, and we will welcome you back next year. Thank you so much.
The old-time baseball game is and always will be a charity event. Last year's baseball game was played for the benefit of the American Red Cross of Eastern Massachusetts, and the goal was to raise enough money to purchase a new emergency response vehicle. And we succeeded. We direct your attention to right field to marvel at the latest emergency response vehicle, which is part of the Red Cross fleet. It's complete with the Old-Time Baseball logo. Here to introduce the beneficiary of tonight's game, please welcome Andrew Noveline of the Old-Time Baseball Game Board of Directors.
As you've known, this is the 20th annual year that we've done this event, and every year we change up the charities so that we can have an impact on as many organizations as we can. This year we are pleased to partner up with the Scleroderma Foundation of New England. Here to tell you briefly about the organization is Jack Armitage, the Executive Director.
Thanks, Andrew. Thanks very much. I'd like to start by thanking everybody who's attending tonight, all of you who are supporting the Old-Time Baseball Game, but more so from my perspective, those of you who are supporting the Scleroderma Foundation New England. My name is Jack Armitage. I'm the Executive Director of the organization. My remarks tonight will be brief because I'm thrilled to let you know that Robert Riggs, the Chief Executive Officer of the national organization, is here to say a few words. Robert.
Thank you, Jack, and thank you, everyone, for coming out tonight. It's my pleasure to represent the national organization of the Scleroderma Foundation, of which the New England chapter is a vital part. Without people like you coming out tonight, we couldn't realize our dream of one day eradicating this disease. I encourage all of you to look in your programs tonight. Hope that's held up right, yes. To read a little bit more in the program about scleroderma. If it piques your interest, go to our website, which is also in there, and learn some more as well. By coming out tonight and supporting this event, you are going to help us reach our goal of funding more research to find a cure, and until a cure can be found, find better treatments, because we're missing those as well. I want to thank Jack. I want to thank everyone in the chapter who is involved here to help make this happen. I want to thank the board of the Old-Time Baseball Game for making this an opportunity for us. I think Marie Coyle has been working for 20 years to get into this game. So I want to take a moment and introduce a very important lady. Not only the founder of the Scleroderma Foundation New England, but the founder of our entire organization, the Scleroderma Foundation, Marie Coyle. I know that Marie would never go to any event without saying one or two things. So very quickly, I want to hand it over to Marie. Again, thank you all for your patronage tonight and for helping us realize our dream to knock out scleroderma.
Thank you all for coming. I'm thrilled that you're here. This is a wonderful opportunity for the Scleroderma Foundation. And now I'd like to pitch that first ball and get it over with.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was on this day last year that the Old-Time Baseball Game and its fans were saddened to learn of the death of Red Sox icon Johnny Pesky. Johnny was the first member of the Red Sox to embrace the Old-Time Baseball Game, not just as a supporter or spectator, but as a longtime coach, and we remember Johnny tonight. Please welcome his son, David Pesky.
Thank you very much. Boy, is this a beautiful night for baseball. My dad just loved coming to this event, and I'm just really happy to be here. And thank you very much, Steve, for inviting us. Thank you very much.
One of Johnny's best friends was longtime Boston Toastmaster, broadcaster, author, poet, and raconteur of distinction, Dick Flavin. Here to reprise his poem, Here's to You, Johnny Pesky, which he delivered at Johnny's funeral mass. Please welcome Dick Flavin.
Here's to you, Johnny Pesky, your baseball in this town. You played, you coached, you managed. You never let us down. 200 hits a season when you played. How's that? You hold the all-time record for swings with a fungo bat. They named a foul pole after you. The reason is clear. You could hit the ball that far once or twice a year. You saw them all, from Ted and Dom to Yaz, Big Poppy too. 70 years of players all learned a thing from you. You're Mr. Red Sox, you're the man, you're in our Hall of Fame. You understood this basic truth, that baseball's just a game. The game of life counted with you. To know you was a pleasure. Farewell, we love you, Johnny. You're a Boston treasure. Thank you.
Now we direct your attention to the fence in left field as a commemorative banner is unveiled in memory of Johnny Pesky. The banner has been signed by all players, coaches, umpires, and officials connected with the 2013 Old-Time Baseball game. And if anyone else would like to sign the banner, please feel free to do so between innings. Please welcome Benjamin Weiss of the Old-Time Baseball Game Board of Directors.
Thanks, Glenn. We're going to be pretty quick here, but every year, this is the 4th year I've had the privilege of doing this. Those of us at the Old-Time Baseball Game who've been here understand that 4 years ago, we created an award named after Greg Montalbano. For those who don't know, Greg was a star at Northeastern with the Red Sox organization and was someone who lost his battle with cancer back in 2009. And we give an award every year to an alumni of the game who represents Greg's spirit, competitiveness, and good nature. I'm going to invite Greg's family now to help make the presentation right now. So Greg's parents and sister Kristen are making their way out to the field. This year's recipient was certainly an easy choice. One of the things that I've personally tried to do when we make sure we select this award is, as much as we can in the beginning, is find players who didn't just appreciate what Greg was, but knew Greg and played with Greg. And we're able to do that again tonight. So Junior Medina, if Junior can please come out here. Junior's done so much that represents everything about Greg, including giving back to the game itself. So if Greg's family can come here and present the trophy to Junior, and we'll ask Junior to make a few remarks. But thank you very much.
We'll keep it quick. For those of you guys that don't know Greg, he always had a huge smile on his face. I'm honored to get this award today in the marks of Greg, who was a good person, number one, and number two, was a great ball player. And we really, truly miss him. You know, all these guys represent Greg. And every guy coming forward and the guys that play behind represent Greg. And we're just going to keep it going as long as Steve can keep this game going. So thank you, and let's have a good night tonight.
Thanks, everybody. Glenn?
Following the ceremonial first pitch, please remain standing for our national anthem. Now for the introduction of the throwers of the first pitch, the Old-Time Baseball Game is pleased to welcome former Major Leaguer Ted Lepsio to participate in tonight's first pitch. Ted played 10 seasons in the big leagues, 8 of them with the Boston Red Sox, and he's since gone on to a long, successful career in the Boston business community. He'll be joined by former Northeastern star Pat Mason, who in the 1997 Old-Time Baseball Game teamed up with former Major Leaguer Mike Pagliarulo and future Major Leaguer Carlos Pena to hit back-to-back-to-back home runs. He returns to the Old-Time Baseball game with a new job. He's been recently named head coach of the Virginia Tech baseball team. And the Old-Time Baseball game is thrilled to have Scleroderma Foundation of New England as the beneficiary of today's game. So here to join the first pitch is the president and founder, Marie Coyle. So Ted Lepsio, Pat Mason, and Marie Coyle. This is the 6th year in a row that the musical theater department at Emerson College has provided the talent for our national anthem. These students bring to our game enthusiasm, dedication, and eye-popping talent. Under the direction of Steve Terrell, this year's performers are Tara Feely, Lauren Zacular, Michael Albert, Michelle Martinelli, Katie Ray Corbus, Jacob Hauser, and Amy O'Neill. Thank you very much. And now for the words everyone has been waiting to hear.
Play ball!
Welcome back to St. Peter's Field. That was a great
national anthem.
National anthem was
What?
great.
Unbelievable.
They belted that out, huh?
Whew. Beautiful.
And you love this. You actually love this part too, right here.
I did, Eddie.
You learned how to spell.
Yes, I did.
Scleroderma.
Scleroderma, and I also just applaud the dedication of these women.
Yes.
Who stand out here, each holding one letter, representing one piece.
In what I've noticed over the years when you do these events,
yes,
it's the people that get affected directly that draw them in. And
sure.
If it's events like this that sort of bring more people in, that you don't have to be directly affected by scleroderma.
Right.
If it's something that you think is passionate to you, whether you're affected or not, jump in and.
Well, that's how somebody who's not directly affected can do their part to help something.
Yeah.
By coming and participating in a great event like this, buying some raffle tickets.
Yes.
Supporting this great charity.
Let's talk about that. This is a charity event. Now, everybody here is on their own dime.
Yes.
No one here is paid, from the umpires to the ground crew, which is all the Cambridge workers.
Yep. Certainly to the announcers.
Yep. Certainly. I think we had to pay to get this gig.
Yes, for parking anyway.
Yeah.
So.
But Everybody. It's the umpires, all the coaches, everybody is just here on their own dime.
That's right.
So it's just a great event all around.
Hey, could you explain to me, Ed,
Yes.
how each player is sponsored? What is that?
Yes, as you heard, the players that are introduced, there was a sponsor behind them. So if anyone wants to sponsor a player, you can give Steve Buckley a call. We'll give you all the info later, and you can.
So as a person, not a company,
You
I
can
could just sponsor a
person.
player.
Yeah. You could have the Carmine Nardone. Jersey.
Sponsors.
You
Blah,
come
blah,
in. Yeah, and so you pay. You donate.
Yep.
A small fee, or as much as you want, as much you can afford to donate.
Yeah.
And you'll get a jersey after you, a uniform after you.
That's great. And you know what? If you don't want your name announced, something like that, I'm sure you could do it anonymously too.
Well, you can do it in memory of like Al DiTullio. We'll talk about later on. I think maybe that's something we could do.
Our
you can do
our
it in
great
memory.
friend and former broadcast buddy.
Yep. So maybe you do something like that. You can do it in memory of a good friend or a lost one. So
I don't want to put you on the spot, but I think maybe we do that next year.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. We should definitely do that.
Yep.
Definitely. So, we've got a text number, too, that you can text us. Let us know where you're watching the game from.
Brownie has officially taken off the sunglasses. You know what that means.
The sun has gone down and Brownie's letting loose, so it's going to be a great night. Perfect. It's still hot, though.
Unbelievable. 87 degrees.
87 degrees. Yep. Still muggy, but not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Sun is finally down. We're going to get ready to go. On the mound is John Gorman for we'll call it the home team, as there's really no distinguishable team names here, so we'll just go home and away. And Mike Bartolotti is going to be for the away team.
Are these the sponsors for the individual?
Yeah, there's two, so we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to use them.
The Anderegg family is the home team sponsor, and Eastern Bank is the away team sponsor.
Okay. And we are going to use the team names.
Okay.
So.
Yep. So like we said, we're going to play 9 innings. You see the guys loosening up now. And there'll be a lot of substitutions. Everybody will play. There's Babe Ruth right there.
Right.
See him
Now,
in the middle of the screen?
For anybody who's ever been curious, what happened to the Babe? He's here.
He's here.
He's here.
He's here. Right here. He's still alive. He's still kicking. He does appearances. You'll see him wandering around the park.
He hasn't changed much at all.
No, he looks good.
He looks better than
102.
Yeah.
But hey, he's going to get ready to throw a couple baseballs. He might get in the game. You never know.
Yeah, but he has been that guy has been a fixture around here.
Yes.
My first year I came here, I did a triple take with the camera.
There he is. Yeah, I saw. He's going to get loose.
Yep.
But it looks like he lost a few pounds. But I think,
definitely.
When you hit 100, I think that's what happens.
He also looks like Charlie Kozlowski, another Cambridge Arlington legend.
Yeah, we are at St. Peter's Field in Cambridge, and like we said, this field is in pristine condition. Looks great.
Beautiful.
And we'll scope around later in the game. We'll check out all the banners out in the outfield, too. We'll talk about
including
those.
the new Johnny Pesky banner that was unveiled tonight. Beautiful.
That was amazing. I didn't even know that. I saw that in the parking lot earlier, and all the players were signing it. I was wondering what it was. And
then they dropped that. It was. It was good.
That is awesome. So we'll get a look at those out in the outfield, too, tonight. There's a lot of stuff going on. In between innings, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Now, Eddie.
Yes.
Not to be critical this early in the game, I have one thing.
What?
Would you not have put the Pesky banner next to the right field pole?
Brownie, you're always on it.
It's just a question.
That's
But
that's a good call.
I'm just curious.
That's a good call.
Yeah, we'll bring it up with the committee.
All right.
So here we are, St. Peter's Field, Cambridge, Mass. It is a beautiful night, 87 degrees. It's actually 86 degrees now, and we're ready to start this game off.
As we said, it's going to be John Gorman on the mound. He'll probably go 1 or 2 innings.
Is that the
2
average?
innings? Yeah, sometimes 3. Like we said, everybody gets in and plays.
No, these are all. I mean, just to clear it up for people who didn't know, these are all players. I mean, these are
college players.
College players, potential professional players in the future. Some are already in the minor league systems, right?
Yes, yeah. The Papelbon twin brothers who played in this a couple of years ago. Lou Merloni, obviously.
Continues.
Yeah.
We spoke about the Peñas.
Carlos Peña, yeah. So
and his brother. Yep.
So there's been a lot of players coming through the system. Mike Pagliarulo,
yes,
the Yankees was here. So it's been really a who's who of local talent.
Right.
And I was thinking about this on the way in about local baseball.
Eastern Bank. Second baseman Rob Caggiano.
Enough of us yapping. Let's get some baseball underway, all right?
So We've got the top of the lineup with Rob Caggiano. Is that
Yep, he's at second base tonight.
second baseman?
Now he's got a new uniform on, and like as we said, each uniform is different. There's no team uniforms, and
Oh, I like this pitcher's uniform.
yeah, we'll try to get a little bylines on the different different uniforms.
Ball one.
It's
A little high and inside. Digs in, and yeah, he went all right. He went around on that one, Eddie. One ball, one strike.
Charlie Drain behind the plate tonight.
For anybody viewing at home, you must think this looks marvelous because it does from here. All right, strike two.
This is in high def.
Yeah, that looked like that was right down the middle changeup. Ooh, drops out, gets a piece of it. Throw to first, and he's got it.
Nice play.
One away, top of the first.
Johnny Adams at shortstop.
Now batting the center fielder, Mac Jacobson.
All right, coming up next, the center fielder, Matt Jacobson. Jacobson, a lefty. Comes in. Ball one.
Suffolk University graduate.
Matt Jacobson. Oh, Mac.
Mac.
Oh, I said Matt. My fault. Mac. Yep, that was Jake the
Is
dog.
that your Brown? Brown. Your dog Brownie? Nice
Ooh,
curveball
just
in
gets
there.
it in there. Oh, and two. No, one ball, one strike. Either that or they have that wrong.
As you can see, some of the old uniforms, fastball right by him. Struck him out.
Struck
Three
him out.
pitches. As you can see, some of the old uniforms had no numbers.
Right.
Back in the day. Yeah, we'll try to go over all the uniforms as we can.
Now batting the right field.
Now,
the left
before they had
fielder,
numbers,
Jimmy
Eddie,
McCoy.
how did they distinguish the players?
By position.
That's correct.
I pulled that out my, you know what.
Could hold on 1 second.
Here's Ricoy at second base. He's playing second tonight.
Well, would rather see it coming. No, is that why you guys are staying?
Gorman's dealing right now. Fastball up there. Foul back. 0-2, 2 down. Bottom of the first, in case you just joined us.
No.
At St. Peter's Field in Cambridge. Perfect night for baseball.
21.
No wind. Very calm night.
Yeah.
Got him on the high fastball. 1 and 2.
Throwing some heat.
Yep.
Thank you.
He's fired up.
Great uniform too. Ooh, in the dirt.
Can't get him to bite on that.
No. As you can see, we got a full crowd here. All families. Great place to take a family.
Yes, you get the kids. Bring the kids out. You got him looking.
Got him looking. There you go.
Oh, 1, 2, 3 inning
For the kid.
for Easton Bank. Yeah, good job by Johnny Gorman. We'll probably see him again next inning. Let's see what happens now with this event. Like we said, it's a lot of kids, so there's a lot of little in-between inning stuff. I don't know if we'll have anything this early, but
hopefully the dog.
The frisbee dog. I love that. Yep. The Lowell Spinners are a big factor, a big sponsor here. They got the mystery wagon. You saw that, right?
Yes, I did.
Down there, I know that you love that.
Oh yeah.
And
I asked them how many raffle tickets I'd have to buy to get the mystery raffle. I mean, to get the mystery van.
now, as we said, it's a fundraiser, and if we pan around, if what you see there,
Yeah.
behind home plate to the left, there's a huge auction table.
Yes.
Full of
all
just
sorts of goodies.
Yeah, tons of great stuff.
Now, if you like sports memorabilia,
Yes.
right, there's some cool stuff over there.
There's some great pictures. There's some autographed
yep.
baseballs, autographed pictures,
autographed copies of Tito's book.
Yep. Yep.
Which I've heard from many people is unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it a tell-all type book?
Oh yeah, same thing.
You agree?
Yeah. See, I don't want to not love Manny after I read it.
Don't tell him how it ends. Don't tell him how it ends.
Yeah.
Bartolotti on the mound tonight. He gets the start. You He's from Milton, Mass. and Babson College.
Babson College, strong baseball.
Yeah, nice program. Yeah, really nice program. To finish my point, and we'll probably talk about this all night too, is baseball in New England is just great. The different leagues that go on here, from the Cape League where I was at this summer to
you were there.
Intercity
Beautiful.
League.
Love the Cape Leagues.
Just there's a shot right down the left field line. Tons of people there. Both lines are filled with people. And we got to see the Red Cross van, which was from last year's event. That's the money they raised. Went and bought that van. So you want to see the impact.
You want to see, your money
saw
going
it.
to work.
Yeah, it was right there. That was it.
First pitch comes in. Solid strike one.
Laughlin at the plate.
McLaughlin?
Laughlin.
Where's he from?
You know what? I'm going to tell you in a minute. Michael Laughlin. You know where he's from?
You
Your
better hurry up.
hometown.
He's got 2 strikes
from
against
Lexington,
him.
Mass. Your hometown.
Lexington, Mass. All right.
All right.
Beautiful. Then I'm rooting for this guy.
Harvard University. So, not that you be hanging around with people from Harvard, but at least he's from your hometown.
It goes Lexington, Harvard, Cambridge.
Curveball. Just a little bit low.
That's some Lexington patience right there. Michael Laughlin.
Foul back. We talk about Intercity League baseball. Lexington always a perennial team in that league.
Oh, sure. With the Blue Sox.
Yeah, Lexington Blue Sox.
No, it's got black on it, but 2-2.
And there are alumni from the Blue Sox that'll play in this league too. And we'll talk about the Belmont High connection. Gets him on the curveball. First strikeout.
It's his first
Now batting
strikeout of the game.
center fielder Skip Flanagan.
Skip Flanagan.
Pitch is looking good.
Yep. Especially from where we're sitting. Skip Flanagan.
Now, Skip Flanagan was the MVP last year, and he is the only deaf player to play right now. He played last year, was the first deaf player. He came back again this year. So that's why you saw the sign language earlier tonight. And that's Skip right there.
I would imagine that would create a bunch of obstacles in playing baseball. I mean, he must be very talented.
It just shows you the passion that he has for the game. That's what Steve...
And the talent.
Yeah.
The passion and the talent.
Yeah. But that's what Steve looks for, in picking the players. These players, the curveball outside, are all hand-picked. They don't just call up and say, I want to play. You've got to have, the passion, the drive. It is invitation only. I mean, these guys are all handpicked by Steve Bucky and his committee. Just missing. Oh, he got him. Down.
Kind of tough to see on that. It's okay. It's all right.
Okay, I'm in out of season form, Brian. I'm getting ready for football season.
That's right.
We'll talk about that too.
Back on your grind. Low and outside for ball 3. Full count. Walked.
You saw the old time. Let's see. You can see in the crowd too. There'll be some old time baseball shirts floating around.
This is the second baseman.
Oh, they have a nice T-shirt this year.
Yep. Here's Lou Merlone.
Lou, former Red Sox star.
He's wearing, which he wears every year.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because it's the best looking uniform. You look like a.
You like that one?
Oh, he's got the collar and everything. That is the Brownie special.
Boston Bean Eaters.
Yeah.
That's going way back. Now you can tell the older ones with no number on it there.
Well, Lou can get away with not wearing a number because everyone knows his face.
That's right.
5'10",
194. We even have height and weight. It looks good.
Yeah, he does.
He jacked a few out in warm-ups.
Takes the sign. He's going from first. Lou. All right.
Ripped it to shortstop, yes.
That looked like the hit and run was in the...
Yeah, Mike Laughlin made a nice play. That was a shot by Lou. Laughlin caught it about 6 inches off the ground, bounced out of his glove.
First baseman,
threw to first in time.
Chris Shaw.
2 down now.
Bottom of the first. This is now Chris Laughlin.
This is Chris Shaw.
Chris Shaw.
First base tonight.
Chris Shaw.
You're making me dizzy, Brownie. He's got a prop now. Okay, there we go. We get that going. Providence Grays jersey, or uniform, I should say. We'll pick what's your favorite uniform as we go, as we see everybody.
Okay, yeah, that's great. The Brownie Challenge.
Yes. We'll
make it a bit of a fashion show, if you will.
Bottom of the first, 2 down, no score. Nice curveball in there. Both pitches got the curveball working tonight. That's what happens when you get older. You know, you
have to rely on the curve.
Rely on the craftiness of the curveball.
Nice. That's a nice camera angle right
shot,
there.
yeah. That's a great shot.
And he struck him out. All right. So
Bartolotti does a good job.
2 strikeouts.
Yeah, 2 strikeouts and a walk, but gets out of that little mini jam.
And we go to, well, we have 1 completed. We go to the top of the second with no score.
Now you see some of the uniforms there, some of the same numbers. So what Steve did was he went back, and we'll go over some of the
origins.
Yeah, the origins of them. So you'll see the same numbers, but they represent different players,
different eras,
from different eras. Yes.
And now, are they chosen? This is a good question, Eddie. I think. Are they chosen?
Here at the game is the dean of the Cambridge School Committee, Fred
Are they
Fantini.
chosen for their actual uniforms?
Also joining us
Let's look at that line drive. Look at a nice swing.
Council, Louis Vasquez.
That was a great
Louis
play.
is distinguished
At short.
for having played in the
rocket.
old-time baseball game. He was a shortstop in
There
2009.
goes-
Louis Vasquez. Candidate
Okay,
for
what's
city
your question there,
council.
Brownie?
Are these uniforms picked based on like dynasties, or based on great periods of a team, or are they specifically fashion?
No, they're picked on dynasty period.
Yep.
And players too. So there's a Sandy Koufax jersey out there. There's a Ted Williams jersey out there. We're flipping through the list. The Jimmy Fox jersey. There's a Lou Gehrig jersey.
A Henry Aaron.
Henry Aaron jersey. Yep.
Wow. Okay.
So there's a, and they range from 1901. The old 1901 Baltimore Orioles.
Up to 69.
69, the Seattle Pilots.
First baseman at bat.
Chet Elite. Alex.
Yep.
Newbury College in Farmington, Connecticut. As we said, we all players from all over the country, literally all over the country. Curveball just outside.
Name.
Johnny Gorman on for his second inning of work. He's got the 1932 Yankees jersey.
Yep.
Simple, a little understated, but now these are actual the cuts. This is what they played in back then. I mean, this can't be that comfortable.
No.
to play in.
Great pitch by John Gorman.
Yep. 2-2. Top of the second.
Just a bit outside. He's got a full count.
As you and as I, we are using wooden bats. Love.
Yes. How did you know that, Eddie? Did I tell you if I told you that before?
No, you never told me. I could just sense it from you.
Oh my!
I could just. And he struck him out.
Game-winning double.
Ryan
in the Blue League
Delgado.
All-Star game.
Yeah.
Only kid to hit with a wooden bat.
See, there you go. It's
There's still plenty of time
old
to buy
school.
raffle tickets.
Brownie Arrow.
Raffle ticket winners will be drawn throughout the evening, and the numbers will be posted on
They helped
the
me do a
board.
raffle here too tonight. So just tons of stuff going on.
Yes, I put my wife on. Pick up some burgers. Pick up some raffle tickets.
I may have to leave in a little while and grab some raffle tickets too. I'm feeling lucky tonight.
Oh, and when you and I feel lucky, let's go to Keno after this.
There you go. All right, we can do that.
That is a beautiful pitch by Johnny Gomes.
Gorman. Brownie, you're too excited right now. You were just wound up.
Hold on.
21.
Brownie's just wound up. You were just fired up to be here tonight. When I got the call, we were working together. I was like, this is too much.
Eddie, I couldn't sleep last night. Okay. I was texting James Akimchuk up until 2 in the morning. He's sending me rosters.
And you guys, it's game time. Full count now. Right down the middle. Got him looking. Fooled him.
Beautiful.
My math is right. 1, 2, 3.
Five.
5 strikeouts this game. Wow.
This is the third baseman,
For
Nick Delano.
Gorman. John Gorman.
Gorman. Yes.
That's what I said.
Okay.
John Gorman's fifth
Not
strike.
Gore-Tex. Gorman.
Nope. Gorman.
He's dealing.
He delivers.
He's in his zone. He is a strike machine tonight. Top of the second, no score. We could. This. Come on. Okay. What's anything? What's anything? It's curveball on the outside corner.
Just missed.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful pitch,
That was a nice
too.
pitch. Yeah. You can see this field is just pristine conditions. Just a great job.
Wow. Gets him with the fastball.
Fastball right
Get
down.
him swinging.
He's
That
got the
brings
old,
up 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
He's got the old Roswell, New Mexico jersey. Just missing on the inside corner. I like that one. That one's kind of sharp looking. Kind of understated, but.
Yep.
Delario is at third base tonight. As we said, everyone will get in and play. Usually 2 or 3 innings. Missing outside draws the walk.
And Gorman with his first walk.
Yep.
Gorman with his first walk of the game.
Well, as we talked about, you see him wiping his.
Greg Galis.
It's hot in those wool uniforms.
It is very hot in those uniforms. This is Greg Galis. He's a late scratch. At shortstop tonight. Now that's the.
What's he wearing?
That's not the Elefantes one. I got to find out which one he's got. There's a few new ones we introduced this year, which I'm not sure, but that's not the.
Yes.
Cute, is that
Greg
not the Cuban
Galis
one?
swings through for a first strike.
Hawaii. It's the Hawaii jersey. Yep. It's a nice one.
Beautiful.
Looking good.
Love it.
Has sleeveless, as you can tell, which is nice curveball. Dropping in, I got it. Go through the umpires. Charlie Drains behind the plate. Dave Tresca, Brendan McCarthy, and Rich Cabral. From first to third, respectively.
And he's going to miss just a bit outside with that. I believe. Gorman checks, Gorman delivers. And Galis gets a piece of it.
2-2.
He's got the Bacharach jersey. Let me track that down as I can.
It looks related to the Sox, the White Sox.
Yeah.
Chicago. Ooh,
Busted him in with the fastball.
beautiful
Another
fastball.
strikeout.
That is his 6th strikeout in 2. No, that's 5th strikeout.
5th strikeout in 2 innings.
2 innings. We go to the bottom half of the second. Still no score. Brownie Earl here with my main man Eddie Basile.
Keeping score.
Yes.
Trying to keep all this. There's probably, I haven't done the math, there's probably, about 45 players, probably 50 players here. 25 on each team at least, so there's a lot of action going on.
Just saying goodbye to the wife.
Goodbye. I guess I'm driving Brownie home tonight.
Huh. Eddie, I haven't even started yet.
You can see the pins wrong. There we go.
Oh,
right
yes. Well, when they come back to our
we come
camera.
back, we'll show you the scleroderma pins that we have. There's a whole table over there telling you about, right here, you can see the pin.
So right here. These are our pins in support of scleroderma. Yep.
Scleroderma.
Scleroderma.
We worked on that before the game. Remember?
Scleroderma.
Break it down. There you go.
I have it. Scleroderma.
But there's a table over there that talks about it and has
yes,
all different information on it, which is,
I don't think that's him.
Just a great charity.
So, do we have the pitcher pitching from last inning?
Yep, Mike Bartolotti's still out there.
This happening is sponsored by the Modern Woodman Fraternal Financial.
I don't think
you hear Glenn Kuchar talking about sponsors. No, you can not only can you sponsor play, you sponsor innings. These guys will take whatever you want to help out, whatever you want to donate. They'll get you involved. Is Mike Bartolotti. The Havana Cubans jersey.
From what era?
era. It's got to be 19, I would say 32, but I'm not sure. I will check it down. Ben Weiss, who is Steve's left-hand man, or right-hand man?
Right-hand man.
Yeah, I'm lefty, but
yeah,
Ben is Ben's Steve's right-hand man. He'll be floating around, and he's the guru of these uniforms.
And up right now with Ben Finley. Ben Finley is the catcher. He's a lefty. Catcher.
Ball. Misses outside. Both pitches dealing so far tonight. Busted him on the hands. Little flare. Shortstop grabs it for the first out. Galish tracked it down nicely. Is Tommy Haw. He's in center field tonight.
This is the left fielder, Tommy Haig.
Left fielder, I'm sorry. He's in left field tonight? Okay. I like this uniform Tommy's got.
Excuse me, Eddie.
We've got the Detroit Stars uniform. This is a new one. Haven't seen it. With a matching helmet, which I like to see. Very nice. Styling with the red and blue. Bentley grad. Missing outside. Brownie getting for an equipment change. You feel better? All right, good. Fastball in there for a strike. 1 down, bottom of the second. No score, as the sun has just about completely set. There's a rip down the third base line in there for a base hit. First base hit of the game goes to Tommy Haw. He did, solid piece. And it's I just love
batting the third baseman, Steve Gath.
Steve Gatho.
It's good.
Yeah, your equipment change. You're a pro. You're in and out, no time. Actually, you're right. Yeah, they could be sharing some. So yeah, helmets aren't really part of it. The hats are, and the hats, socks, pants, and shirts. And the hats are the same way. They're wool. Those hats aren't the nylon mesh. Those are hot too. So you will heat up. Well, that's the other thing too. Now, we'll talk about that real quick. There's a rip foul down the third baseline. These uniforms, everyone's a different size. So now this is where Ben Weiss, we talked about earlier, comes into play. He's got to size up the player with the uniform. Okay, these uniforms, they do not change. The sizes are what they are. So if they have a new one come in, the Savannah Cubans is a new one too. So if it comes in a medium with a 32 waist, he's got to find the player that fits that jersey just right. It really is. It really is. I mean, these guys work on it all year. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's already. Did he go? Did he hold up? No, he was able to hold up. Yeah, they literally. They'll probably take a day or two off, and then this will all start over again next year. So to get an event on like this, it's definitely a year into planning. When he goes, and he's going to be in there standing up.
Now batting the right fielder, Glenn McLaughlin.
It's McLaughlin in right field. Mike Bartolotti might be getting a little tired. First and second, 1 down. Even that fastball up there. So he's wiping the brow. He's you heat up quick. I mean, we're hot. It's still muggy here, and I've worn them a few times, and you just, it's like wearing a sauna suit. It's just.
Dress
Yeah. I mean, I believe it, yeah. Yeah.
Ball. 21.
And that's what he does. And as we said, too, we'll talk about that. Uniforms are only worn twice a year. Today, basketball on the outside corner, and on Media Day, which is usually 3 or 4 days before this day, where the media comes out. All the players will come down to St. Peter's Field. The media comes out. They put the uniforms on, and they do the photo ops, and introduction of all the players. It's a good day. Curveball just missing inside. Oh, he got him, punched him out. And then literally after tonight, these will be packed up, washed, and sent
This
to.
is the designated hitter, Adam.
Yeah, right here.
Halloran.
Right in yeah. Yeah. Wash them. They'll wash them first, and then pack them up and go back into storage for literally 61 days a year. So. Is Adam Pellerin. It's like Mike Bartolotti got his groove back. Yeah.
Ball.
Nice try, missing a little bit low.
1 and 2.
Bottom of the second, no score at St. Peter's Field. Oh, got him on a curveball. No score. Moving right along, and it's funny, I was going to say to you, we're moving right along, you just said don't jinx us. We talk about the Red Sox and Yankees game was over 4 hours the other night, you're pointing. And the Red Sox-Yankees game was over 4 hours. You watched all of it? No. 4 hours. It's crazy, you know.
No, I like when pitchers come out and pitch like tonight.
Yes, yep, throw strikes. Did you see the crowd and the players and the bench that's looking down the... Yes, a lot of good. Hey, we have a number, too, if you want to shoot us a text. Let us know where you're watching from. There it is right there, yep. It's an easy number to remember. Yeah, shoot us a text, and if you want to make a donation, we'll point you in the right direction, too. All tax deductible, so don't worry about that. And it's a great cause every year, like we said, every year. And we saw the van from Red Cross.
The Red Cross van that was purchased last year.
Yeah, that's
with the money that was raised
from
this event.
Yeah.
Don't think, where does this go?
Yeah, don't think that. Don't think this is just a fun night out playing ball. This is serious, fundraising first activity. 20th year they've done it, and we'll talk about how it started literally 20 years ago with Steve Buckley. We get a minute, we can talk about it now.
Sure.
Steve Buckley, 20 years ago, if you remember what happened 20 years ago around this time.
So we're talking about 93?
Yeah, baseball. What was going on? If you remember.
Strike.
There you go. So
baseball strike.
You got it, Ronnie. So what it was, Steve said, listen, he was writing for the Herald, baseball, and was upset about the strike and said, the heck with these guys. He got some players together, came down here and played.
That's awesome.
Played during the strike and put up with his little protest, and that's what started this whole thing.
Did he tell you that story?
Yes.
That's fantastic.
He told me that story, So, and that's 20 years ago. That's how it started, and it just snowballed into this event. So it's just been a great thing, and later on we'll pan down the outfield.
Just see how this place is filling up.
Yeah, see how it's filling up, and we'll check out the banners too. There's tons of different banners out there as this whole thing evolves. And we saw earlier too that once you're part of this, you're always part of this.
Right.
You're never forgotten.
Yep.
Which is just a great thing that Steve does. So. And I want to keep tooting Steve's horn, but then, like I said, there's a ton of other people involved. Ben Weiss, there's just so many more.
We have a change in pitcher.
Yes, you know who that is?
Tell me, Eddie.
Peabody, Jeff Allison, Peabody native.
Beautiful.
Coming back, he played last year. Got things going in the right direction finally, and he's doing well. Looks great.
Whichever he wants, I don't care.
Jeff Allison now at the top of the third on the mound.
No balls, 2 strikes, no outs.
As Johnny Gorman did a hell of a job.
He finished
5 strikeouts. That's gonna leave a mark.
Take your. Oh, that's you. take your base, sir. Now that's a. What
This
is
is
that?
the designated hitter, Chris McDonough.
40s Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm not sure the like I said, it's around
40,
the 40s. Yeah.
46, 48.
See that one right there. Oh, a tricep.
The third inning is sponsored by Winslow, Evans, and Crocker.
Okay. 1 out. Well, sorry. No, man on second. Now that he steals second base. And we have. What does that say? What does that say? Cienfuego?
Yes. I have to. Long Brownie, I'm trying to put my hat on here.
Oh, what a shot. Center field. He's got. What a slide. Nice catch. And. Man at second tags up, gets to third. So we've got 1 away on a great catch. Turned out to be a sacrifice fly.
Flanagan up in center field. Great grab. See it again.
This is the second
Sliding on
baseman,
one knee.
Rob Caggiano.
Look at the condition of this field. Beautiful.
City of Cambridge does a great job every year
of maintaining their fields.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. They don't fool around here.
I want to live in Cambridge, to be honest with you. I would love to. So seriously,
it's
a great community over here.
If I can, I don't know, a little low on the fastball.
But I would like to live in this neighborhood.
This is this field is literally nestled in a neighborhood. There's houses behind us. There's other fields over to the back. But it's literally right down, in a cute
There's
little
restaurants
neighborhood.
walking distance right here. There's, it's a great area, great community, a lot of pride.
Yes, what's the beauty of living in Cambridge? Is you can walk pretty much everywhere, and you can, where you walk, you can get whatever you need. Pretty much.
Oh, I know, Eddie.
You know.
Ooh, gets him on a
Nice.
away.
You look like a slider away, yeah.
I know my pitches too. All right.
This is a new uniform too, and I want to research that one. I like this one. Fastball in there.
Strike 1, strike 2. That's my favorite angle we've got. Beautiful.
Now batting,
It's a
the
nice
center
shot right
fielder,
there.
Mac Jacobson.
All right, Mac Jacobson,
Struck out his first time up.
the lefty. He looks like he's got some speed, huh? Ooh, gets away the catcher. And he's good. Safe.
Oh, safe.
CTN Media. When we get a chance on a replay. That was a nice slide. But, whoa.
Oh.
There's a little blood going on.
That's not wrestling blood. Looks like he may have caught the spike.
Yeah. I would figure that would be the only way to.
Finley. Let's see what happens. Finley comes sliding in too. Yep, right
Oh,
there.
catches the spike right on the top of the hand.
Yep.
Andy was.
Finley came in feet first too. If that caught him on top of the hand.
Wiping the blood off the off home plate. Well, I hope he's all right. I mean, it looked like it was just a hand injury, but I'm sure it stings.
Jeff Stone, who is the Suffolk University trainer, is on call tonight, donating his time for this event too. So Jeff will keep busy, clean that out. As you know, baseball players just rub some dirt on it, as they say, and get back out there. Eastern Bank, as you see EB there on your scoreboard. And the Anderegg family on the right side is the home team. Flare out coming our way.
Oh, yeah.
Look
Watch out, truck.
Out into the street. As you can see right there, yeah, so there's condos behind us.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a great little community. Brad, you're looking dapper in that hat tonight, too, I must say.
Myself? Me?
Yeah.
Oh. I learned it from watching you, Eddie.
In there for a strike 2 and 1. Look at that hat. Hat matches the tie. I like it.
You know, I worked hard on this.
I love it.
By the way, oh, well.
Come back, throw a ball in the dirt. Nice stop.
No.
That was a ball.
Finley
Yeah,
working
yeah,
out.
I know.
That's.
Look at this.
How many did you get? What'd you get, like an arm's length? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, but
2 arms length.
Come on now. Okay. We're going to take another look at that replay right after this pitch.
Popped up.
It's too high.
Not a lot of room, as you can see the netting, which is a little unusual, and it's probably because of the neighbor. Let's see that play again.
Yep.
Not the way you want to slide in the home plate like that. You want to come in feet first yourself. He came in with his feet to the right of the plate.
They both came in with feet.
Yeah.
I mean, with hands and feet. You know.
Yeah.
That's a pretty dangerous way to go about that.
Yep.
You know, it's for charity. We appreciate the effort.
Now batting the left fielder, Jimmy Ricoy.
So we have a man on first. 2 out.
Jimmy Ricoy, he was a strikeout victim in the first inning. Jeff Allison having a little trouble with his control. He'll settle down. Fastball in there for a strike.
That looked in control, Ed.
Yep. Ooh, ripped down the third base line.
Fair ball. That's going to go all the way down to the new pesky sign. And they're going to hold him up at third.
Stand-up double. For Ricoy, he rips it down the third base line.
Right towards that new Johnny Pesky sign.
Yep, there you go.
Banner.
Now batting the first baseman, Alex Chevely.
Actually, it was a nice play on the ball too to keep a run from scoring there.
Talking about the speed.
He had
it going, yep.
Wow.
2 down, second and third now. This place is filled up very nicely. It was quiet earlier. Now it's just packed, as you can see.
Oh, yeah. We're right in the middle of it, Eddie. Still having a little trouble with his control.
Yeah.
And the catcher just wants to have a quick talk with his pitcher. He's going to tell him. You know what he's going to tell him?
Calm down.
Throw strikes, man. Throw strikes.
It's a charity. Just calm down. It's you know. I'll tell you, it can be a little nerve-wracking. And
Well, plus these kids. I mean, these are competitive kids by nature.
Yeah.
All playing up against each other. I mean, you know, you're going to try your best.
Yeah. Yep.
You're all, you know, broadcast all over the world.
That's
GTN
right.
Media. You know, you got to give your best.
Steve Bulkey just passing us, and he is just a busy man. I'll tell you. He's been here since what?
So how does he
10
remain
a.m.?
always so calm looking? We'll talk about that at the break.
Base hit to right field.
And that's going to score a run.
2 runs.
2 runs. Eastern Bank will go up 3-0.
Getting to Jeff Allison, control problems have cost him. And when he does throw the strike, they rip
Now
it.
batting the catcher, Ryan Delgado.
Delgado was a strikeout victim. It was a nice line drive to right field, you see.
Delgado struck out in the first. Second?
First inning, yeah.
First inning.
Ended the first inning with a strikeout, number 3 in the order. Top of the third inning, 3-0 now.
One ball, no strikes.
Yeah, Jeff's he's just overthrown it a bit. You know, he's just gotta scale back just a bit. Like I said, everyone wants to do well. Last year he struck out the side when he came in, and so I think
So he's got that in his
got the
mind.
pressure on him. Yeah, you could just
It's
see
that same pitch.
Yeah, he's just overthrowing.
Ooh. What a heads-up play that
I don't
was.
know. I don't know what Shelley was thinking on that. He was sort of half speed down and got picked off. So
I think he thought there wasn't a chance they were going to throw.
Yeah, they got him. See it again. Look at him coming. It went all the way to the backstop.
Yeah, he got a good bounce on it though,
Got a
right
great
into the
bounce
glove,
back, yeah.
and then just came up
Came up
firing.
front, but I don't know. Chettley's
He's
he's
watching.
looking.
He's looking.
He's
looking.
not coming in full steam right there. And Lou put the tag on him. Nice footwork. Nice footwork by Lou.
I was just gonna say, you're playing up against Lou Maloney.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's no stiff. All right.
So we talked about. Let's. Do you think? Let me ask you. Do you think? Let's pull up some uniforms here, and we'll talk about them. So if you were wearing, let's see. Let me find someone that would put the pressure on you.
No pressure. Ed. No pressure.
Okay, let's say you were wearing this one here. We want to track down 1937 San Diego Padres Ted Williams jersey. Okay.
As a manager?
Let's see. 2 years before he made his major league debut with the Red Sox, the future splendid splinter, socked 23 home runs and drove in 98 runs for his hometown San Diego Padres in the Pacific Coast League.
James Ramsey is in right field.
So 1937.
And Will Alden is the new pitcher.
Will Alden in for Mike Bartolotti, who did a great job. So this was post the 1937 San Diego's Padres jersey, number 19, Ted Williams. Do you think there's pressure if you're wearing a specific player's uniform? Do you think there's extra pressure on you if you're wearing? All right,
you want my honest
if you had to
answer?
wear number 7, Mickey Mantle, would you feel pressure on you?
Pressure not to stink. No, I mean I wouldn't have to be the All-Star, or the MVP, but you'd want to represent. Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're wearing the uniform of former greatness.
Okay.
You have to honor that tradition by giving it your all.
Okay. All right.
We know these kids have talent, so.
You heard it from Brownie Earl.
You might not have heard it first, but you heard it. So our new pitcher is
Mike Alden.
Okay.
Will Alden, I'm sorry.
Mike.
He's from Westford, Mass. Bentley University grad.
Bentley University grad. Another good baseball school.
Yes, Bentley.
Oh, and my friend from Lexington, Michael Laughlin.
Mike Laughlin struck out his first at-bat curveball in there. He's got the Kansas City Monarchs jersey.
We should have 2 of these.
I had to buy this program,
Oh.
You believe that?
Hey,
wait,
it's these charity deals.
It's a fun. That's right. I bought 2 of them.
Did you?
Yes.
Did you get the first one autographed?
I had to autograph and give it away.
Oh,
so
okay.
I had to buy another one. But you know me. That's with charity. That's I give till it hurts.
Laughlin gets a piece of that.
Up and away, curveball.
It's gonna be fouled off. I think that actually just went through my back windshield. But it's charity.
It's for charity.
Okay,
now here's a perfect example.
Giant glass. They should sponsor us. What? Okay, what are you saying?
The Kansas City Monarch jersey from the old Negro League.
Yep.
Jackie Robinson, number 5. Is there some pressure on you to wear this jersey? Yeah.
Of course.
The great
So
Jackie
Laughlin
Robinson.
gets hit by a pitch, and he will take first base.
That's gonna hurt.
Let's take another look at that. Pitches
Now batting,
inside.
Sid Flanagan.
They hit him in the tricep area. Brownie.
Yes.
Brownie, you'll get the fans going.
Yeah.
Brownie Hill fan club is in full force tonight. There's a rip down the right field. It's going to drop in there for a base hit. Flanagan with the single. Let's see if the Androgen family home team can bounce back. Answer with the 3 runs they gave up the last inning. I don't know who you'd want more in this spot right now, first and second. No, Lou Maloney at the plate.
Hey, I saw quite a few games seeing Lou play for the Red Sox in person,
Yep.
Great player. Great guy.
Yes, great guy. Saw him out there early with his daughter. That was
cutie.
great.
What a
Yep.
cutie. I'm talking about Lou.
Lou's styling. Lou's styling. Just out in front of it, just a bit. Center field puts it away. Runners don't advance.
Just to show you that these guys who hit in the pros are hitting these pitches, and
Now
it's not an
batting
automatic
first
home run.
baseman,
Yeah.
Chris Shaw.
Struck out his first at bat. One down now, first and second. See if Will Alden can get out of this jam.
Laughlin at second. What uniform is Shaw wearing tonight?
Let's see. I'll track that down. Missing
And that's a little
inside.
inside. All right. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out. We're here at St. Peter's Field in Cambridge, Mass.
Will Alden on the mound has a 1948 Barons jersey. In the dirt.
Runners do
advance.
not. Oh, yeah,
Yep.
runners do advance.
Yep. Second and third now. 1 out, bottom of the third.
Shaw would like to hit 1 out here for sure.
Fly ball will get him in. Deep
Yep.
fly ball. Base hit will score him. Chopper. He gets the job done, scores the run.
So now we have two-way. Bottom of
Two-way,
the third.
Bottom of the third, 3-1 now. There's
And-
Ted Williams. Now, there's a pressure right there.
There it is.
To wear that jersey.
I found it, Eddie.
Ted
I
Williams.
found
Here's
it.
Ted Williams.
Is there pressure? No, because nobody else but you and I and maybe 3 other people know that that's Ted Williams' jersey. We're telling the world right now.
Well, here's the one we talked about earlier. There's a chopper we see.
That's a nice glove.
Yeah, nice with the high hop on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Run scoring. Talk about now. We just talked about this one. There's the San Diego jersey.
Yes.
Is that the San Diego jersey that Ted Williams wore
Mm-hmm.
in 1937?
How many? Oh, that's going to get past the catcher.
Nope. It's not going anywhere.
They'll hold the runner. How many uniforms did Ted Williams wear when he played professional baseball?
Different team uniforms.
Answer the question. He wore 1, man. You can only wear 1 uniform a day.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. No, he managed after.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So originally he played for the Padres, then the Red Sox, and then he managed with Detroit.
I don't. If our man Al Tulio was here, I would have that answer.
Well,
but there
I
it
don't
is
have
right
Al.
there.
I have Google.
Up
All
and away
right.
for a walk.
So now we got a man at first and third.
2 down.
2 down, bottom of the third. 3-1, Eastern Bank in the lead. Beautiful night.
Perfect night. A little breeze kicking in.
Yeah,
calming
finally.
things down. Yeah. There's Tommy Haw. He singled his first at bat.
We're not in the 70s yet, though, Eddie. 80 degrees. 80 degrees.
Still 80. Still, yep.
Tommy Haw, Bentley University,
Andover, Mass.
formerly Bentley College.
Well, you've had some adventures in Andover, Mass, as I recall.
Yeah.
We won't delve into right now. A little chopper our way. Look out.
There are no legal. No, I'm just kidding, Eddie.
It was all good fun. That's what I heard.
Yes, still is.
Yep. Although you can't really, you're not allowed to drive through Andover, right? You have to go around.
Right, but I can go through North Andover.
Oh,
And
okay.
he chops it to short,
Get the
flips
force
to
out.
second
Nice play.
for the third out. And we've played 3. 1/3 of this game is complete.
We're moving right along, 3-1. As he come back and get one back.
Oh, we got the dog.
Here we go.
Okay, this is where
it gets.
this is where Brownie shines.
Yep.
And
All right, you
just
take
again,
it away. All right, you just.
Well, I'll just say we get a shot to shortstop. He flips it to second for the force out, and the third out. And this gentleman here represents the Blue Dog Group.
Yeah, he performs at Spinners. You'll see him down in Lowell.
The Frisbee Dog.
Yep.
He usually starts off cold. Okay, I'm just going to tell you. Don't get your. Oh well.
He's all right. He's doing great.
This is kind of like the dunk contest, but different.
This is more exciting.
They asked me if I'd go out there and have him jump over me, but Okay, and he's going deep. Deep. Ooh, nice timing.
I like it. It's the best put out we've seen tonight.
Sure, Willie Mays style. You know, I've seen these dogs pro football games before that weren't as good as this guy.
This one's going to be a tough one.
He's got it.
Oh, look at that.
He's got it.
Piece of cake.
The velocity on that one.
Full line drive, he scooped it. Not a problem.
And the great thing about this dog is that the dog's willing to come here for charity. The dog has never asked for money.
No.
Nope. You know,
they get it. You know what? Dogs get it.
Dogs always give back.
Yes.
Oh, and you know what?
You jinxed him, Brownie. That's
no,
what it was.
Listen,
You put the whammy
it
on
was
him.
us. We're in the way.
That's true. Yeah.
How's the dog
He didn't
supposed to see it?
He didn't see it.
You know? All right. That's my dog right there. Oh, and hopefully we'll get some more from the dog.
I like it.
You love dogs, right?
We're both animal lovers.
Yep.
It gets scary. Yeah.
You know, I still got my 3.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
What are their names again?
You've got Gigi,
yeah,
Sierra, and then Preem is my boy, my guy, my guy. They're all getting like me, old and fat.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
It's okay. Don't worry. Look at there's that. We talked
Here's
about
to
earlier.
you, Johnny.
It's amazing. That's a.
Oh, and I loved that poem. I read about that poem earlier, but I had never heard it.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
Dick Flavin wrote that poem, and
he read it at the memorial, at the funeral, right?
Yep, did that there.
And then here.
Here.
And then again here, right?
Yes.
Yep. And that's the 3rd time it's ever been read.
Yes.
Beautiful. Full moon. By the way, blue moon, which I recently learned is if there is a cycle with 4 full moons instead of 3,
yep,
the 3rd of 4 is called the blue moon.
Why is that?
Because it's a rare because it's such a rare occurrence.
Okay.
If you have 2 in the same month, it's called the blue. Or if you have 4 in the same cycle, 3 months, it's also called the 3rd one's called the blue. Useless facts from Brownie Arrow.
Okay.
Brought to you by CTN Media, ctnmedia.net.
All right. Nick Ahern on the mound now, top of the 4th.
Wearing what, 60s Braves?
He's got no. That's actually the Air Force.
That's not the Atlanta?
Oh no, I'm sorry, on the mound. Nick Ahern is on the mound.
Yeah.
Now batting the 3rd baseman, Jared Kenny.
Eddie was going to do this all by himself, but then he thought it would be more of a challenge if I came in here and just asked him questions all night.
I couldn't do this by myself.
No, but I can't fill the shoes of Val either. I mean,
No,
I'm just here on, I wouldn't even try to.
Who can? We keep talking about Al. We'll talk. We'll let you know who Al was down the line later tonight.
Many of you probably, if you followed this game before, probably already know who he is.
Yes.
And we've got Babe Ruth in front of us. Speaking of fallen legends.
Yes. Well, it's he looks good though.
He does.
We said that earlier. He lost a few weight. He lost a few pounds, but that happens when you turn 100, 120. You start to go down. But the reason why he's in front of us is literally you're on the field. The fans here, if you can, when we pan up and down the baseline,
it's a real baseball game.
They're literally 10 feet from the foul line.
I saw Shaughnessy 2 years ago almost take one off his afro.
His son played in this game a couple of years.
I think his son was the one that tried to hit him.
Probably, yeah.
And who could blame him? Just kidding. I love Danny.
I don't want any trouble, Brownie.
No, I do. I really do love. I love all the Boston sports writers.
This is, if you ask me, this is where you want to be. God, I'm up there with them.
Who are your 2 favorite Boston sports writers?
Well, obviously Steve Buckley.
Yep.
And
Jackie McMullen.
Now batting the shortstop, Johnny Adams.
Yep. Paul Pett from the Globe is good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Eddie Basile along with Brownie Earl, the Duke of Earl.
The Duke of Translucent Brownie Earl. Big shout to our friends watching all over the world. S.L. Mayfield the Great, I'm sure, is out there.
How is he doing? Wow, pitch going to go to the backstop.
He's miserable. What do you mean? He's doing great.
But he's happy.
No, he's great. He's doing great. 2 children, a wife.
Could ask for more. Living in New York City still?
Living in New York City still. Yep.
The great SL.
Making moves. But, yeah, God bless him. He's doing great. His children are doing great.
Chop of the first base. Going to put
And
the
he's
tag
good.
on him.
Heads up play. Takes a look at third. They put on the brakes. Smart move.
3-1 top of the fourth. Eastern Bank has the lead. They are the
Now batting the
away
right
team.
fielder, James Ramsey.
Is that your number 19 uniform?
No, he played hoop at BC High.
No, that's Brian Carey, longtime coach. He's coached this as long as I can remember. He's coached
And on the
this
replay,
team.
there he is right there. Just tagging him out before he gets to first. Routine.
He's got a Cleveland uniform.
Chopper. Foul ball. Looks like it hit the bag from here.
1946 Cleveland uniform is Coach Carey at third base. Like I said, he's been coaching now this game as long as I can remember, so it's got to be going on 10 years.
Sure. Well, once they get you, like you said before already, once they get you in a game like this, year in and year out. 2 years ago, I was away on my honeymoon, right?
Yep.
And I phoned in Chopper down third base line to the short. He'll take it, throw away to first. And that'll do it for the top of the fourth. 3 away, scores 4-1.
3-1 in the fourth inning.
3-1 in the fourth inning, yes.
As you can see, we're still styling. I can't do that. Yeah, styling these pins.
Mm-hmm.
They're purple. Very nice.
Yes.
The ribbons and the pins. And we're here for the... Help me pronounce it again now, because now you took it out of me.
Watch this. You ready?
Scleroderma.
Yeah, dude. All you have to do is refer to my notes, right? And you say scleroderma.
Scleroderma is this year's event we're
Mhm.
raising money for. Dollar-wise, if you're wondering, how much does this event raise? I don't want to brag, but it last year we raised enough to buy a
But
beautiful.
look at those biceps. Look at them. Look at them.
There you go, Brownie.
I know.
You're showing off now. You're embarrassing me. Oh, look at what we got going on. We got other stuff going on now. I know you wanted to enter in this one, but they wouldn't let you.
They never let me.
This is a horse racing event.
I tried to tell them that I had the right uniform and everything. But
You always wanted to be a jockey. You just grew out of the pants.
I did, Eddie. I did. I grew out of the pants. But this, in my notes, it says right here, in between. Oh, we got a couple replays coming up. I'll get back to you. All right, so here is that shot down the third base line, I believe. That
played a shortstop.
Played a shortstop, yes. Okay. Yeah, both times I saw it, I said played a third. So there you go. That was a nice replay. And here we have two kids.
Now, I know you're not a betting man, but is that why you were yelling 4-4-4?
Yeah.
A minute ago?
I didn't think this kid on the left had a chance. This girl
blew her away.
She gave up.
It wasn't a match. Scleroderma we are here for.
Yes,
but
that's right.
As we talked about earlier, raising money, I think tonight we'll raise maybe 50 grand,
Really?
I think so. With the crowd here and the way things have been going.
You know those machines that they make that show you how much money that you've generated? Not machines, but those signs.
Oh, yes. Like
a thermometer.
Like a toad board.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know how much those cost?
No, I don't.
50,000.
Really?
Yeah. So maybe next year we'll have one of those.
I don't know if that's in the
no,
CTN
just kidding. I'm
media
kidding.
budget.
But, however,
I get a calculator and hold it up.
we saw the ambulance.
Yes.
It was the ambulance that was purchased from the money raised last
You're
year.
telling me that was no 50. That was a lot more than 50 large for that. So
those are
yeah, it wasn't not a cheap thing. So that money is real. It is. And if you can't donate
if you look carefully
tonight,
behind us, you'll see.
Yep, there's number 3 going by.
Real thoroughbred.
Steve Gath from Reading. But if you log on to the Oldtime Baseball website, okay, you can still make donations. Don't think this is the only night you can make a donation. You can do this, all year.
Yep.
Make a donation to the
617-429-1111. I'm sure we'll get that number up on the screen again.
Text us if you want to find out more.
They're going to
about
talk it over. I believe. Here we go. Text us your location or make a donation. 617-429-1111. And yes, that was from memory. Sure. And you can use that number to find out information regarding donations.
Yes.
It is no charge.
It's free.
It's free. No fee. So please, 617-429-1111. Give us a call.
As Brownie says, if it's free, it's for me.
Mm.
Well, I've heard you say that before.
If it costs, it's a loss. Right.
Bottom of the fourth, curveball.
Just a little high.
No.
Oh, well, I would do the same thing. I would start widening.
Charlie's got a late strike call there, which is
He does.
which is not good for guys like us.
Not the broadcast guys.
No.
Makes us look a little behind it.
Yeah.
Now he's got to call that one a ball. Sure.
There you go.
It looked like a very similar placement. We love you, Charlie.
Talk about umpiring. How do you think the umpiring is going this year in Major League Baseball?
No comment.
Okay. All right.
Inconsistent.
Yes.
That's what I'll say.
Yes.
Inconsistent.
Yep.
Frustrating.
It's true. If you want, yeah. I mean.
Is that an Alaska?
Yes. Alaska Panhandlers.
Alaska Panhandlers.
Yep. And I'll track down the year on that one.
Ooh, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to have to write that one down.
You like that one?
That's in my top 5.
Really? I do. Yeah. I like it. Now it's a sleeveless one with the red undershirt. It actually doesn't look that uncomfortable.
I just like it. It's very unique.
Yes.
And I do like the sleeveless.
Got him looking. I'm sorry. Got him swinging. I'd like the sleeveless.
Big
And it's
swing.
funny how
Batting is the right fielder,
we saw the
Andrew
sleeveless
Fraze.
come in the pros, what, a couple years ago, 10 years ago. And
Mhm.
I never realized that, they had them going that far back.
All right, first pitch comes in. Swinging strike one. Now there's the Navy SEALs uniform you were speaking of, right?
No, that's the California SEALs.
California
You were
SEALs.
thinking of the Air Force one that was.
Yeah, I sure was.
Joining us
Ball
behind the plate
one.
is a longtime friend of the Oldtime
Kind of got away
Baseball
from
game,
him.
former Cambridge
You're getting
mayor
your
Anthony
military
Galuccio.
branches mixed up there.
Yep. Wouldn't be the first time.
No.
That's not my thing.
No,
Accuracy is never.
No,
ever,
you're a lover, not a fighter.
I'm
You're
a
not-
color. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're not.
All right, getting a little control issues here.
Now that's a 1964 Alaska Gold Pandalers. I can't even speak right now, Bernie.
Well, good thing for you, neither can I.
You got me all flustered. 2 strikes. The Alaska Gold Panners uniform.
How hard was that, Alaska?
Did I do it right?
Let me see. You said panhandlers before.
Gold. What did I say?
You
Gold
said
panhandlers?
Alaska panhandlers.
Gold Panners.
Gold panners. The Alaska gold panners. Yeah. Ooh, there's a nice pitch.
Nope, Brownie, you didn't call that. Brings the count full.
That was a nice ball. I'm just saying, it's nice. You know, not every nice pitch has to be a strike.
Now this was in 1964, the low and away.
And
Draw the
after
walk.
getting ahead of him,
Let him go. Yeah.
he walks him.
This uniform was from the Alaskan Summer League
This is designated hitter Adam
Baseball League in Fairbanks.
Pellerin.
Tom Seaver played for these guys.
Tom Seaver.
Yep.
Former White Sox.
And Bill Lee.
Yep.
Played for him.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. And we started this uniform as a bouncer out front.
Make the easy play to first. 1-2 away.
This uniform came into rotation in the old-time game in
Yep.
2005. So different ones will come in at different times.
This is
that a Yastrzemski?
It's a Kyle Yastrzemski one, yeah.
Nice.
So different ones come in at different times through the
Mhm.
whole course of this event. This one now came in 2005.
This next batter.
No,
This
the
is the pinch
Alaskan.
hitter,
Yep,
Dan
the Alaskan
Monagle from Mike Lawson.
gold panners.
It's Mike Laughlin. Now he's got a Kansas City Monarchs jersey from the old Negro League.
If you get the
Oh
opportunity.
no, he doesn't have a can. Nope, he doesn't have that. That's not Mike Laughlin.
No.
We got a new we got a pinch hitter from Mike. Let's find out who that is.
Big swing. I'm gonna say Chicago. And we get a replay here. Nice chopper.
Yeah, busted
to
him
the
in on
pitcher
hands.
who makes.
Step and throw.
You know, it's hard for a pitcher to
It's
do. Well,
it's
you know,
very
you'd be
hard.
surprised how many people screw it up.
I've thrown a few into into the stands.
Were you a pitcher?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Back in the day. I probably wore one of those uniforms. Been that long, so.
Watertown?
Yes. Great Watertown Raiders. And you were a Lexington
Minuteman.
Minuteman.
Chopper to second and throw away. That'll do it. 3 outs.
Nice clean inning.
And we've played 4.
4 complete. 3-1. All right, let's see what we got now going on. I hear a motorcycle.
Oh, yes.
Are we gonna have a motorcycle jump?
I don't know.
Possibly. That would be nice. I would.
But I think this would be a good opportunity. I don't see any dogs. You
No
know?
dogs.
We're going to go quick replay here. Big swing.
Yeah, I got him lunging on that one.
Just makes contact. Dribble it down to second.
But let's take a minute and talk about. We keep mentioning Al DiTullio. Now Al was with us.
Yep, I'm just
6 years ago. He started with us. And CTN Media, we do all different types of sporting events.
Who was Al? Okay.
And yeah, I grew up with Al in Watertown, and I will say this.
Childhood? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, yep, since middle school.
Wow.
And I will say this about Al: there was never anyone with more passion for his town.
Yeah.
You know, for
say no more. Yeah.
He would announce games. He would do games, and I will say this:
if you've ever heard Johnny Most,
yeah.
I mean the level of intensity.
He would do. This is no lie. He would do a little league game, okay,
Yeah.
and call it like it was the World Series.
Yeah.
You know, so the kids would go home. You know, as cable developed in its infancy, you know, local town cable, Al would do the game. The kids would go
Little
home.
league.
Little league.
And
yeah.
the kids would go home and watch themselves.
Watch it and just be amazed, you know. And Al would take that game like it was, you know, a professional game.
We were talking before talking before about how in the past how Al is would walk around to the different stands,
Yep.
and he would with such energy.
Yeah.
And here we are, you know.
He was
Get your raffle tickets, you know, he was the best.
He was. That's what he was born to do, and he got me into this. And
Yeah, unfortunately, 2 years ago we lost Al.
Yeah, we lost him almost to the day 2 years ago, and it just really, you know.
This game it almost serves as a day to remember him as well. You know.
And we talked about earlier too. Maybe we do something for Al.
I would like to be part of that.
Hand goes to first base. Will bat in the 4th position, and Dominic Zaire will go to right field. He will hit in the 8th position.
Couple of position changes that you heard.
Dominic Zaire in the 8th position.
But we'll talk about Al a little bit later. But to find people with that type of passion and to be able to work with them, fastball right by him. You're a lucky person if you can find someone with that passion, work with them, learn from them, and I know I'm a better person for having known them.
Anybody I couldn't agree more. And anybody, beautiful pitch right there.
Yeah,
He's coming with some fire in the fist. That's probably the 4 fastest pitches we've seen this game.
Yep.
Coming all fastballs.
Not fooling around.
Now batting the second baseman, Rob Caggiano.
Rob Caggiano?
Yep. Rob is at the plate.
And he is wearing a
That's the one I have to track down.
Centaurus?
I can't make that one out, but I'll find out.
Just inside.
It's a nice looking jersey.
Yeah, looks like there's some scenic mountains or trees on it. Woof.
We're gonna gas.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Top of the 5th, 3-1.
Just gets a piece of it, fouls it off. First base line. Sean Gustin from Holy Cross.
That's a
5'10", 185.
65 Reds jersey.
Woo!
What a nice.
Gets him
swing on
swinging.
that one. Hard slider up and down and away.
For his first strikeout of the game. But Eddie, I doubt it's going to be his last.
He's dealing
Now to
with
center
that.
fielder, Matt Jacobson.
It's Matt Jacobson. He's got the 1967 Boston Red Sox jersey.
The dream team.
As we said, players don't. Well, we'll talk about different uniforms too as we go along. That like we said, these guys are actually sized to the uniform. So whatever
The uniforms are not sized to them.
Exactly. So you sometimes you don't really have a choice on what you're going to wear, but there are uniforms that are passed down as a legacy type uniform, and you have to fit in it no matter what. So we'll
Sure.
tell you about those.
Another perfect strike right down the middle.
That's
Fastball.
got the gas going right now.
I think these guys are just waking up to it, you know?
Sharp looking uniform too.
2-2.
Didn't bite. Nice hold up there.
Very nice. Nice patience at the plate. Good eye. There
Actually,
it is.
Now he's got the Jimmy Fox 1938 Red Sox uniform.
Number 3. And he gets him swinging. There's
Quick 1-2-3 inning.
how many strikeouts did he have?
Yeah, I think he struck out the side there.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
Unreal.
Bottom of the 5th rolling around. Moving right along. And still a full house, which is
Why would you go anywhere, Eddie?
what more could you ask for? A beautiful summer night.
Will be hooping.
Okay, we've got some hooping
Oh, there
going
you go,
on
the
here
hoop,
in right field.
I'm liking that.
If you don't know what hooping is when you hold a hoop and someone tries to throw a ball through it.
Really?
It's kind of like basketball, but sideways.
Did you play that in the mean streets of Lexington growing up?
Yeah, well, that was one of the games I excelled at. That and Simon Says.
Yes, Simon Says was good.
I was very good at Simon Says. You'd think.
Well, you got the
You'd
build.
think
for
I don't
it.
pay attention to anything, but
you've got the build for it. You know, you got
Yeah. No, I definitely did. I had the strength and endurance, and I could last.
Yeah. So you weren't good on that Oli Oli. What do they call that one?
Where you going with this, Eddie?
I don't know. That other game where you run and hide.
Hide and go seek?
Hide and go seek. Was that what it's called?
Yeah.
I would hide and they would never find me. They would never bother to look for me.
Right.
until
That's how it happened.
Yeah, I would catch on a day later when I was still hiding.
You know, different times.
Yes, way back.
Back when back before there were cell phones on.
Oh yeah, yep.
And when you were in 4th grade, it was okay to go and play with your friends, and
used to ride your bike 20 miles without even thinking twice.
Sure.
Now I can't.
Check in with my mother at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then again at 8 o'clock at night. Now they'd have an Amber Alert. I'm serious.
Really?
It's unbelievable. Oh,
you had to be home when the street lights came on. Remember that
And
one?
that's another great thing about this game. They continue to promote competitive sports not to get political here, but in a time where there seems to be a de-emphasis on competitive sports.
Yes. Yep.
Well,
what's on right now, which I love watching, and I'll say this.
Mafia Week?
No, but the
yeah.
Daytime TV is the Little League World Series right now.
Oh, yes.
which I love watching that.
I love it, too.
I love
great.
watching
every
that.
year. And, you see these games, and they're in the bottom of the 6th or something like that with a tie score, and you see this kid clink, and, park it. All right. So here we go.
Sammy Evers on the mound now.
Sammy Evers, number 21, starts off outside.
Now
ball
batting
1.
is Skip Flanagan to start off the bottom of the 5th inning.
Because again, he's Skip Flanagan. We said earlier he's
wearing the Yaz,
He's
right?
wearing the, he's got the No, he's got the Ted Williams jersey.
Teddy ball game.
And he is the first deaf player to play in this league too. So we talked about that.
5th inning is sponsored by TD Ameritrade.
Skip Flanagan, hometown Framingham, Mass. R.I.T. So he's the smart player.
Yep. Well, we have a Harvard grad. We got a lot of Bentley, Suffolk.
Where did that Harvard grad go?
Evans is on the mound right now.
Was it Lexington?
I'm sure.
Okay.
All right.
It's in there for a strike. Sammy Evers is on the mound. He's from Somerville and Emerson College.
Now that Seattle
He's got the Seattle Pilots uniform. It's a nice color scheme. I like that.
What would you call that? Blue and gold?
Yeah.
You know who else wears blue and gold, don't you, Eddie? Lexington.
All comes back to you, Brownie.
Not me. It's an institution. That's why we've all been institutionalized.
Now batting Lou Merloni.
Okay. Up next, a fella by the name of Lou Merloni. If you haven't heard of him.
He's 0 for 2 tonight. Hit the ball twice hard.
Yeah, shot to center field and a shot to short.
Shortstop, yeah. So as we said earlier, now he'll wear the same uniform every year. He wears that uniform.
Right. Now, here's my question, right?
Yeah.
Let's say Lou were to, you know,
Put on a few pounds?
Yeah, let's say he would have put on 10, 15 pounds, okay?
There's a rip foul down the third base line.
Nice play.
Right into the crowd.
MBUA. Massachusetts Baseball
Umpires Association. There you go.
Now, if Maloney were to put on 15 pounds and he were to call Mr. Steve Buckley and say, I really want to play this year,
They would give him a different uniform as much as you want to keep that one.
So when you talk to Lou in late July and he says that he's on a protein diet, it's because he's trying to fit into the uniform.
He's going to diet down, make the weight for the game.
What a thing to keep you in check as you get older.
Yeah.
Ooh,
There's
with
a
the
bomb.
shot.
Left field.
Deep, way back. Ooh, it's going to bounce off the wall. Makes the play.
Lou trips. He's down at first. He's okay.
See, I have the tent over here, and I'm waiting for
Good
Lou to come out of the tent.
He's all right.
All right.
He rounded first, made a couple steps, and went down. He's okay, though. It's a long single for Lou.
Advances the runner to third.
Yeah, Flanagan will hold at third.
We have a pinch hitter, Mike Cunningham. Pinch hitting for Chris Shaw.
Mike Cunningham, huh? So now we'll get to see everyone into the ball game. Rotating
Wearing
in.
a Chicago Angels? Is that
It's
Chicago Anaheim Giants?
Let's see who he's got. This is Mike Cunningham. Tell you in a second.
Chicago Giants, yep.
Yep.
He's 0 for 0 so far this game.
Now that's got checkers on it, right? That uniform?
The pants, yeah. Oh, yeah, both.
And the shirt, yeah.
One and one. Pitch comes in. Strike two.
Nope.
No
Brownie.
ball.
Brownie. We talked about that.
Hold off before you make the call.
Sammy Evers on the mound.
He's a sneaky one. The elusive. Can I call that a strike?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. I knew because he swung.
That was the giveaway?
Yeah. Scratching my head moment.
I love that tie. How did you get a tie to match the color of that hat? That's what I want to know. Where do you shop? Look at
I
that
have a whole
tie.
team.
I can see that. I just looks great. I like
Do you
it.
think? Yeah. Bottom of the fifth. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runners at the corners.
Oh, my God.
No longer.
Lou fooled him on that one. Lou was playing around in the dirt.
Yep. Playing around in the
Small
dirt.
lead off of first.
Talking to his daughter on the
Yep.
sidelines.
Yep. and
No one's looking.
Yep. And just took off. And Sammy Evers caught it, but not in time.
Correct.
Second and third now.
Both runners looking to score on a single. We have our
Struck
first
one.
out.
Yep.
That's another. The Seattle one.
You like that one too?
Yes, I do.
Now batting the catcher, Moses Maza.
Moses Maza.
Now this is you have a story of him, right?
This is a good friend of my brother-in-law's actually. Northeastern guy.
Now here's a trivia question,
Mhm.
and let me ask you, the chopper.
Oh, he might make it.
Got a nice play.
Very nice play. 2 away.
Look at Moses. Get a shot of Moses' uniform real quick.
Yep, the Knights.
Okay, what
Please, please.
What strikes
please.
you about that uniform?
Robert Redford.
Okay, but
Right.
okay. So what's the trivia question for this event?
The Knights
Is a fictional.
This is the left
is a
fielder,
fictional team.
Tommy
Yeah.
Hawk.
That's the only uniform in this whole.
It's not real.
That's not real. Exactly.
Yep.
Okay.
Can you name the movie? The Natural.
Did you give me a minute, please?
I was talking to myself. Don't laugh. It's not even funny. It's true, though. We got 2 away, bottom of the 5th. 1 ball, no strikes.
Would you put that as one of your top baseball movies?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Absolutely. There was a middle part I never understood when I was a kid, though.
Which part?
So he gets shot and he
Gets
takes...
shot in the elevator, right?
Right. And because I understand why. And then he comes back.
Right.
And he's playing in that game in the dirt against supposedly Babe Ruth,
Okay.
where he opens up his stitches.
Yeah.
Like, not the end game.
Right. Okay. Not the one where he hits the light.
No, the one by the train.
Okay. Yeah.
What's that all about? What was the point of that?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
see,
either.
we gotta find that out.
confuses me.
Tommy Haw. He's going to take ball 4.
He's 1 for 2 tonight with a walk.
Which means, if my numbers are correct, Eddie, we've got the bases loaded. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th.
3 to 1.
Now
Merlone.
batting Kevin Godin.
Kevin Bowden.
We'll find Kevin, see what's going on there.
Kevin Godin.
From Tufts University, Canton, Mass.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the
He's
San
with- yeah.
Francisco Seals uniform.
He's going to ground towards second baseman, who's bobbling it, and he will not.
Can't make the play, yeah.
That's going to score a run. Move Morlone to third.
In his feet, he couldn't quite knock it down and grab it. Knocked it down, couldn't
He
pick
got
it
in
up.
front of it.
Yeah,
Just
couldn't
couldn't
pick
get
it
a
up.
handle on it.
Panicked a little.
Well, I mean, you are playing in front of a few thousand people here.
Yeah.
I mean, for what
Now
it's worth.
batting the right fielder, Dominic Czar.
We'll see it again. Nice hustle out of the box there.
Yeah. Especially when we move it faster.
Slides to his left, stays down on it.
Look at Lou
Just
muscling his way to third.
Just came up on it a little bit quick. See if Sammy Evers can stop the bleeding here now. Come out of this inning with a lead. Bases loaded, 2 outs.
36
There.
Dodgers.
Some Chelmsford, Mass up in your neck of the woods.
Yes. Chelmsford. Still a beautiful night here, Eddie.
Still, yep, beautiful night. And they just pan down there. That's the field house right there, Cambridge Field House, where the players will actually go into that field house, change, come here, change, do their interviews. You can see it right there. Nice shot. And they will go after the game. They will go back into that field house, take off the uniforms, and they will go from here to the cleaners and then to the actually the cleaners. And I miss if I remember the name. Royal White Cleaners, I think,
is who Steve uses.
Yeah, who he uses. And into storage. So
It's got to be a heck of a job, huh? To
This-
clean all these?
yeah, there's got to be over 50 uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about
In fact, there are 51.
51. Okay,
Mhm.
all right. Glad someone's doing their homework here.
Yep. Brooklyn Dodgers. Is Brooklyn in the house? Without a doubt. Chopper to
Oh,
short. He just
oh,
overthrows it. And that's going to tie the game. Oh. And actually,
The crowd want to get an extra base or not? Let's see. Yep. Well, 2 errors, 2 unearned runs. Score is tied on the bottom of the 5th.
a long 5th inning. I like that Chicago uniform.
See it
Second
again.
baseman wearing.
It's a big chop. Gets a nice bounce. Plenty of time and just airmails it.
Oh, shortstop, sorry.
This
Once
is
again,
the
looks like a little
designated hitter,
nerves.
Adam Pellerin.
Doesn't look like a play that couldn't be made. Just looks like a little.
These guys do get, like you said, they're playing a couple playing in front of a couple of thousand people,
Mm-hmm.
wearing,
In
classic uniforms.
Plus, these aren't just anybody. These are Cambridge locals.
This is-
I mean, this stuff stays in the neighborhood forever. It does.
Hey.
That's why these people are here, because they care.
Yes.
Because they're proud
You're right. This is
members
now-
of their community.
Yeah, and everyone has walked down here. Like I said, there's very limited parking because we're just nestled right in a little neighborhood.
Is that the ambulance? No.
No, that is an ambulance for the players, but not our
Eddie.
not our ambulance though.
All right.
I
Two
don't know if
balls
that-
and a strike.
I don't know if that's still here. I'm sure it's probably next to the mystery wagon, which I know you're a big fan of.
I went in there.
How was it?
Trippy. Oh, solid shot towards. Oh, played by the second.
Again?
Played by the second baseman.
No,
but
first baseman went over, fielded it. and
Threw it.
Pitcher was late over covering, and another run scores. 5-3 now. It's the Anderegg family, the home team.
Cubans. That's a Mets
Yep.
farm.
I'll check that one out for you. See,
So it
just
seems on the
late
replay,
covering,
just late covering. Possibly,
Possibly a ball a second baseman could have fielded.
yes. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And that one gets away from the catcher.
Another run
Pitcher's
for the
going to
score.
cover, but
Things have gone from bad to worse for Sammy Evers right now. None of his doing. He's thrown 4 or 5 ground balls. He should have been out of this inning twice. And it's
at
frustrating.
least 2
Yeah.
errors. This inning.
There's your shot right there.
Yeah, that's the one I like.
But it's frustrating as a pitcher when you throw ground balls 2 or 3 in a row.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do. I
Yeah.
mean, making contact shouldn't be a problem.
All right, he's going to have to do it himself. There we go. He does it. Yes.
Sort of. Yes. That one.
Right in.
What about that one right there?
That's not a bad one. That's not a bad one. We'll go through them all. We'll cycle through them all.
I don't think we will.
No?
I'm just kidding. We probably will. But we've played 5.
Yeah, we got a ways to go. We're halfway
Here at
through
St.
tonight.
More than
Peters.
half. Yeah, more than half, though.
Yes, 4 more to go.
Yeah.
60% done.
As we're on our way to the 6th from St. Peter's Field. Here we have a replay of. All right, here we go. It was just a dribbler back to the pitcher. And you know what? He had to make the play that everybody else should have made that inning. Earlier in the inning, we have Merlone, who really drove the heck out of the ball.
It landed right at the base of the wall there.
Yep. Almost hit that in between the signs there. It was
Yep.
almost gone. He really ripped it. And that actually scored. Oh, and Lou fell. That's right.
Yeah, he
rounding
fell.
first. Hey, if we could see a replay of that, we all love Lou, but how funny was that?
Well, as they say, speed kills.
Yeah.
Too much speed rounded first.
Is this your band, Eddie?
Nah.
You didn't play with these guys?
No, I didn't play with these guys, no.
Former legendary drummer.
That's right. Former.
Well, sorry. Well, I mean, you did do some time with the Stones.
Yeah, well, you know, that's when.
Jay Giles band.
Jay, yeah.
Yeah.
Jay Giles,
Who was the other Boston band? Was it Extreme? What was the other Boston band you played with?
No, it was. Well, you heard of the. You're a Fat City band.
Yeah.
Fanatic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fat City band.
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just so you don't think, this is a man of many talents and many hats. So you people at home know the treat you're getting.
Well,
you
I
know?
got my Cape Cod League hat on tonight.
Yeah.
I spent some time down the Cape this summer.
Did you announce games?
Yeah, we did a couple games. I did a couple of camps down there with.
Oh, the dog's back.
Talk about baseball. There he is, out in right field. Talk about baseball in the Cape Cod League, Intercity League down here. Just you know, I'll put New England baseball up against anybody's league in the country. Quality baseball all around, and it's just games like this too that are just great. You know.
Absolutely. And those Cape Cod games
Oh,
are
they're awesome.
unbelievable.
This is almost the same feel as a Cape Cod game. If you ever go to a Cape Cod League game, it's the same
It's
thing.
the same type of
It's bring your lounge chairs, bring your beach blankets, camp
Same
out.
thing with Lowell Spinners.
Yeah.
I mean, as
Well-
far as just that.
A little bigger venue.
When?
Don't forget the silent auction, which
Yeah,
closes
Steve Buckley.
on the last out of the
Let's
bottom
check
of
that,
the
make sure
second.
that's working. We're going to have the man behind this come and sit and talk with us.
Eddie, actually, you know what might work? Check.
Low and away. We're going to have Steve. We're going to have Steve Buckley come by and talk. Nice play at shortstop. Got him.
Wow.
Nice play.
Full extension at first.
One down, top of the 6th.
Now batting the first baseman, Mark Bolden.
Nice stretch. Brownie used to stretch like that back in the day.
I did have a stretch like that. Negative.
There you go. You're back. We're getting ready for Steve Buckley. He's going to come by and we'll talk to Steve and just really get how as we said earlier, how this whole thing and I will say this, as I talked to Steve over the years, he will not, and I'll tell you right now, he will not take the credit for what's going on here. And he almost, it's.
He shies away from the.
Yeah.
That's he's a great man.
Yeah,
He's a humble man.
He gets it, and is one of the few people.
As opposed to Luigi next to you. Look at.
Oh, that's right.
You see that?
Is that Luigi or Mario? Super Mario?
That's Luigi.
That's scary. That's making me nervous. Curveball inside. So we can talk to Steve about the uniforms. We'll talk about how we chooses the players, and like I said, these players are almost nominated, and there's a committee that will go through them and pick them. So we'll find out the inside.
Shot to the second baseman, and he just can't.
A little sloppy feeling now as we get into the evening. One down, top
Now
of the 6th,
batting the
63.
catcher, Zach Tellis.
Zach, his first at bat. There we go. Steve Buck is ready to join us.
Calling out the cameras is so loud. That's why I had to switch.
Steve Buckley, finally get a moment to sit and talk with us.
I'm just amazed at the video I'm watching right now. That is
Hello,
really
Mr. Buckley.
something.
How are you?
Wow, look at that.
This is what everyone's seeing, sir.
Yeah,
that is
high
absolutely
def.
amazing. That's Max Martin's in the mound. Lefty out of Newton, Skidmore College.
Wait, what have you been doing all game? We've needed you.
Well, we were talking about earlier. Exact now. How do you come across these players now? They're almost offered to you or nominated to you, and you.
A lot of them are legacies now because we'll have a guy that's been in the game 3 or 4 years, and then at the end of his time, he says, "Hey, I play with a buddy that." Oh, that's a nice catch right there.
Great catch.
That kid Velez is from Cambridge. He was actually recommended to us by Anthony Gluccio, who's a longtime Cambridge politician, and he emailed me a while back and said he'd love to have his kid in
Now
the game.
batting the third baseman, Kevin Kenny.
So a lot of them are recommended. That kid you see at first base right there, Mike Cunningham, with the white uniform on, was recommended by Kerry McConnell, who's one of our coaches. He's been in our game for 18 years. Charlie Drain, the plate umpire behind the plate.
Yep.
That's a nice swing. Watch this catch here.
It's a great catch.
I was told this kid, that's why we wanted him, is he can make those kind of plays. He might be the best pure athlete in the city of Cambridge right now.
Wow.
And whoop, a little play at first base there. And so that's where we get them. It's a lot of players, some of them they write to this themselves.
Yep.
And we have some interesting we always have a player from Belmont High School, for instance, and
Right. Brendan Grant.
Brendan Grant. We call him Brendan's teammate. Now Brendan died in 2000. He was injured during a summer league baseball game, and at that time, we had a kid in our game who had played with him, so he was Brendan's teammate. So when that kid's time was up, we got another Belmont High player recommended by that kid, and then it's just sort of gone on from there. So for 13 straight years, we've had a Brendan's teammate in the game. Now this kid at bat right here, Casey, he's wearing a 1927 Philadelphia Athletics uniform, and he's the coach. He's the son of the coach at Tufts, John Casey. He's actually a graduate of Tufts University, graduated a couple years ago. But way back in I think it was 2000, the third year we used the uniform, the old-time uniforms. Dave Martin, who was playing for Tufts University, was wearing this uniform. Now you'll note the white elephant on the breast. That's a Philadelphia A's logo from the 1920s, and it was a bad team, and people were calling them the White Elephants because they bought, used players at bargain prices. And Connie Mack embraced that insult when the team got good, and they put that uniform logo on. And Tufts University is the Tufts Jumbos. So as it happened, when Dave Martin wore that uniform, he said, these should be our Tufts Road uniforms. And we like that so much that ever since 2000, we've had a Tufts player wear that uniform.
Okay, another story, huh?
The two things that really impressed me about all of this is the tradition and and these things that start building as the years go on. You know what I mean? They didn't start off that way. The Belmont High thing didn't start off that way. But
the beauty of it is that they're all organic.
Yeah.
That we didn't sit around, hey, why don't we do this?
These were things that came out of...
Exactly. The Dave Martin uniform happened because it wasn't until 6 months later during a board meeting, Ben Weiss mentioned that. He said, I was talking to Dave Martin, and he said, these should be our road uniforms. And I said, well, why don't we give it to a Tufts guy next year? And it's just kind of followed through. Same thing with Brendan Grant. It happened organically, and we've got a few of those over the years that we've done. And I'm just trying to look for some. The New York Cubans, Alex Lee, who's a player coach this year, when he wore he asked to wear the New York Cubans uniform the year he played for no other reason than because his dad is from Cuba. And he wanted to wear a New York Cubans uniform to represent his dad who was from Cuba. And if you look in the program, and I don't know if you can zoom in on this, but Alex spent 6 months growing this mustache, this old-time, I don't know if you can get that. There we go, right there. He spent 6 months growing that mustache just so he could play in the game, because he wanted to pay homage to old-time Cuban baseball.
Wow. That's beautiful.
And so he doesn't have the mustache anymore, but we liked him so much we kept him as a player.
So Raleigh
coach.
Fingers got it from old-time Cuban baseball
Exactly,
players.
exactly.
Yeah, gotcha.
So
Now, we talked about that. Uniforms, a player can't necessarily say, hey, I want to be this guy, I want to be that guy. It's the size of the player almost to the uniform, too, right?
To a degree. Like Alex, that's a much bigger uniform than he would normally wear, but what the heck.
Yeah.
Alex Cheetalat, who's like 5 feet from us, warming up, he, I think, asked for the uniform. He's from Newbury College, and he actually graduated last year. We liked him so much we invited him back for one more year. He grew up a huge New York Yankees fan and a huge New York baseball historian. And when he saw the uniforms, he was in a different uniform, but he was ogling the New York Yankees Lou Gehrig uniform, so we put him into it last year and invited him back one more year to wear it.
How about the Johnny Pesky? I saw that.
Well, we wanted to do it. Johnny died. Johnny was a dear friend of mine, and Johnny died on the day of the game last year.
Yep.
And Johnny was the first person of note to, for the lack of any other way to put it, discover what our game's all about. And this kid at bat, if I could just interrupt, is the kid that made that. How often do you hear the broadcast? How often do you see the guy who makes the great catch? This kid Velez he's the guy that made that great catch in center field. This uniform actually doesn't belong to us. This is a Licey uniform, a Dominican uniform, that Anthony Galuccio donated to the game. He's got his name in the back of it, of course. But Anthony actually played in our game as a celebrity selection a couple years back, and that's the uniform he wore. So we've been trying to invite a Cambridge kid to wear the uniform, and this year it's Velez. And what story did I just go off on a tangent on? Johnny Pesky.
Yeah.
And James Mulry, who's from Northeastern University, is wearing, we have a number 6 uniform that we bought for Johnny to wear one year. Johnny didn't like it because Johnny was very vain. He had this beautiful body for an old guy. and he wouldn't wear the old baggy uniform. He wanted to wear his own uniform.
Yep.
So I said, what do I do with this one? He says, I have some kid wear it. Like if you notice here, this is I love this picture. This is your guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And and you can see he's wearing that's a modern Red Sox uniform. That's a polyester uniform. He wouldn't wear the one we got for him.
Mm-hmm.
So we gave his uniform to a player. So when Johnny died last year on the day of the game, all the TV stations showed up and they wanted to interview the kid wearing the uniform. And it was a kid named James Mulry, who was an incoming freshman at Northeastern. It was his first game that he'd been playing in. This is Charlie McConnell, by the way. He's the son of the coach of Suffolk University. And this is his second game. He was actually in it as a pinch hitter last year. And that kid right there, Matt Ferreira.
Yeah, who just made the catch.
Who just made the catch. Just to show you that nepotism does have a place in the old-time baseball game. Can we get him back on camera for a minute? Matt Ferreira is the center fielder. He's entering his senior year in high school, and he is in the game for no other reason because his father was one of my college roommates. So if you know people, but his dad
proving that even with charity, nepotism exists.
So his father wrote me last year. We thought the kid was a little too young last year, so this is his first game. But James Mulry, when all the TV stations showed up last year to interview people. By the way, this kid, Mike Kenningham, it's bad for Suffolk right now. He launched a couple on Media Day last week, so watch out for the potential of him going yard here. This kid has got a terrific swing.
Great uniform, too. Love the
Chicago
checker.
American Giants. It's an old Negro League uniform.
How many new uniforms did you add this year?
Didn't add any new ones this year. We added 5 new ones about 6 years ago.
Whew, he's got a swing, huh?
He does have a swing. So James Mulry, the kid from Northeastern, the TV stations showed up to interview him. The first couple of them, he was very tepid and shy. After about 6 of them, he was like Johnny Carson. He was so comfortable in front of the camera.
Nice pitch.
Now we're here. Obviously, this is basically a total fundraiser. Every year, it's a different fundraising group. How did you determine this year? Or is there a committee that does that?
Determine any
well,
year?
a lot of it. We have a board of directors, and the board makes recommendations. And we have 2 board members, the Novelines, Bill and his son Andrew Noveline. And members of their family have been afflicted with scleroderma, and they had put in a recommendation several years ago. We were actually going to do them last year originally, but then the scleroderma folks got in touch with us and requested that we put it off into 2013 because there would have been a conflict with a golf tournament they were having. So we went with the American Red Cross of Massachusetts last year, and we were able to raise enough money. We bought an emergency response vehicle for them with the money we raised. So this year we're doing scleroderma, and we've already got our charities picked for the next 2 years. I think next year we're going to do an ALS fundraiser in honor of Pete Frates, who was one of our coaches, who actually wasn't here tonight. And I think in 2 years, Skip Flanagan, who started the game in center field tonight, was born profoundly deaf, was MVP of the game last year. And we're going to work with his family on doing something for the hearing impaired in 2 years. So as you can see, the charities reflect the people who are part of our game. Skip has been part of our game for a couple of years now. Pete Frates has been part of our game. The Novelines have been part of it since year 2.
In years past, what are some other charities?
We did the Radiation Oncology Center at Mount Auburn Hospital in memory of my own mother, who had come to the game every year. And when she passed away in 2003, we did the next year's game in her memory. We've done the C-Squared mission, which is cerebral palsy and cystic fibrosis, which is a Lowell Spinners charity. We've actually done them twice.
That was last year, right? 2 years ago.
2 years ago. We've done the
yep.
Cam Neely House way back in the day. So we've bounced around. The Todd Schwartz Foundation.
But it's always been, it's always started from something within.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in recent years it has. In the early days, we just pick up the phone and call somebody. Hey, do you want to?
We spoke about this earlier. What was this? What kicked off the first year? What was the inspiration?
Major League Baseball was on strike. It was 1994, and I was on the radio on WEEI, and I made this comment like, "Screw Major League Baseball. Let's just go have our own. Let's just go play baseball ourselves."
Right.
It was all talk
just
radio,
frustration. Yeah.
talk radio hoo-ha, as I like to call it. And then people began calling in saying, "Hey, I want to play in this game." And
what game?
What game?
Yeah,
I
right.
was just kidding.
Yeah.
And then Paul Ryder, Cambridge Parks and Rec director, called and said, "If you do have a game, we'll make St. Peter's Field available." Long story short, we ended up doing it as a fundraiser for the 2 kids of a Cambridge postal worker who died in a car accident, Eddie Fitzmaurice. And all the people who played in that first game called into WEEI, and bid, I'll play $500 to play second base.
Wow.
And if you look at the program, we've managed to get the full names of most of those first-year players, but there's still a few who disappeared, faded into history. And if you look through our all-time roster, you'll see some names.
I saw Mr. Pena on there.
Well, no, but you'll see some names that we never got the full name, like Dominic from Malden. And we don't know who Dominic from Malden is, but that first year they all called into WEI. Now batting the cleanup hitter, Dominic from Malden.
Right.
And so at the end of the night, we never knew it was going to be an annual event, and that's all we had. And so when we had the second game, a lot of the names, like I played in the first game, some of my friends did. So I'd say about 70-75% of the first-year players, we have all their names. And in fact, just this year, we had a guy from Newton listed in the all-time roster for years and years and years. Guy from Newton emailed me and said that, hey, I played in the first game, and he identified himself, and there was no doubt that he knew about it because he gave me specific events that happened that night that you would have had to have been there to know. And
I'm glad you made him work for it.
And Guy from Newton, well, wasn't going to take. Guy from Newton is now Guy Cosgrove.
All right.
And Guy from Newton disappears, and it's Cosgrove, comma, Guy dash 1994.
So
and maybe someday we'll get all the names, but if we don't, it's kind of fun too.
The first year, did you, when the game was over, did you think there was going to be a second year?
No, there was never going to be a second game. That's why I never bothered to get all the names. Bill Noveline, who's now on our committee, wrote me a letter during the winter saying he wanted to get involved in next year's game. I wrote him back saying, well, it was just a
one-time thing. Yeah.
And then he wrote me a letter with a check for $2,500 and said, if you have a second game, I'll sponsor one of the teams.
Yeah.
And I said, okay. So I gave him a call. He actually helped me organize the second game. A guy named J.C. Bajoyan, who did our program, helped out. And then we had a second game. The only thing was we didn't do the call-in on WEI. The second game was the first real game in that we had real players. Not that we didn't have real players in the first game, but I played in the first game, so give you an idea what the talent level was. But the second game, we actually went out and found some decent players.
But now, I mean, nowadays,
then we had the third and the fourth. The fifth game was really the sort of the graduation party because 94, 95, 96, and 97, the players wore whatever uniform they owned. 98, Technical Personnel Services donated the money to buy the throwback uniforms, which we now have.
Yep.
So I got to get going and make some lemonade.
One last question.
Yes.
How fast have the 20 years gone by?
Oh, look at this! This is how fast.
Yeah.
You still got it, so don't worry about it.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate everything you do.
Thank you.
Yeah. We'll see you after
All
the
right,
game.
Steve.
Thank you, Steve. Steve Buckley, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir.
Wow.
That was great.
Did you learn something? Yes.
Yeah, I get to ask my questions.
It was awesome. I mean, to see where it started from and where it turned into.
Well, that's the thing, to watch something grow and develop like that.
Yeah.
You know, he's such a humble man, but the reality is that he must be very proud of this.
Yeah.
Of what he's accomplished, what everybody involved has accomplished, you know?
Well, it sort of went out of his control, you know.
Right.
Like you said, we didn't plan on year two, and someone makes the call, and it snowballs into this, you know. And
all of a sudden there's a check if you're playing next year. You know, if you're playing next year, we want to be part of it.
It's amazing how these things go. And it got to the point where last year they raised over $50,000, buy an emergency vehicle, brand new emergency vehicle for
You know the question I wanted to ask him, and I didn't ask him.
What?
Do you think it could be done in a place other than Cambridge?
I asked him that.
You asked him that?
I asked him that. He said no.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
It has to.
Yeah, he would not do it. He said he
no,
would
but
do it.
beyond that, I mean, do you think that this game would have developed from where it was if it had started in a place other than, you know what I mean? Like I think the Cambridge community plays such a part in this.
Yes.
That I couldn't imagine anywhere else.
No,
you know?
I mean, I asked him. I said, you know, it's a full house now, and you can't really fit any more people in here, and people want to come. Would you think of expanding it to a bigger venue?
Mm-hmm.
He's back.
Oh, would you? Okay.
I think he lost his phone. Did you pickpocket him while he was here?
I did.
Make sure it's not here.
If
But,
anybody's looking to pick up a used iPhone 5, I can jailbreak it, and you know, probably no contacts in that phone.
Mike Richardson.
All right.
Well, I just totally lost focus on what we were talking about.
We were talking about Cambridge.
Yes. So I had asked him that specifically. I said, this event is just getting bigger and bigger every year. It's almost like a balloon. It's going to burst. You can't keep it here. And he's like, no, it's staying here no matter what.
Well, that keeps it serves multi-purpose.
Well, I sort of was leading to him. I said, well, geez, if you can raise more money, you know, if it was a big event, he's like, no. He goes, you wouldn't have the personality that this event has. You would lose it. And he said, no, he's right, you know.
And that's going to go
Also joining us here
outside.
at the game tonight is Dennis Benson, a candidate for the Cambridge City Council. Dennis Benson.
Well, we could have talked to him for 3 more innings about all this going down. But like you said, now, and he started it, but there's a committee now. I mean, this is just literally a full-time fundraising event for everyone involved.
Sure, absolutely. Which reminds me, this game is brought to you by CTN Media and production services provided by Chelmsford Telemedia, Chelmsford Public Access Stations, which these guys are doing
That truck they have this is high def. And Steve came over and saw this and said, because we have a little monitor in front of us, he was amazed at the quality. Chelmsford came through big time.
Special thanks also to Mark Ruskin.
Yep.
And Akamai. By the way, I noticed it on CTN Media. When you go to watch the game, Jim, I saw it. Jim in the truck.
How come he's talking to you? He's not talking to me.
Because I'm the lucky one, Eddie. I won the raffle tickets. All right, ground to second. Throw to first.
But yeah, Chelmsford Television came through big time. That's an amazing van. We actually have 2 trucks.
This is the right fielder, Billy Liberti.
They're amazing inside. High def and being shown.
And those. Oh, I thought you meant the.
In the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. Great job. Top of the 7, 6-3. We get yapping about Steve Buckley. We could talk to him for, like I said, hours about that. When we talked about, I mentioned the Johnny Pesky memorial flag out there, which was everyone signed. And that was my next question was going to be, every year someone's going to sign that. There's probably going to be 1,000 signatures on there in about another year or 2.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask you if you wouldn't. I'm serious. They said anybody involved.
Yeah, I'd love to go out there and
I think,
put my ex on the line. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a privilege to do that. That would be amazing.
Where is that? Okay, that's going to get into right field.
This is the designated hitter, Bobby
No, that
Gibbons.
Hollywood uniform.
Action, this is
Yep,
the
the
designated hitter, Chris
1941
McDonough.
Hollywood Stars.
Shoot, that one.
It was an old Pacific Coast League. Now, let's make this clear. These are not all professional. These are minor
AAA, sure.
minor league
Yeah,
teams
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's a little of everything mixed in.
Chris McDonough, Weymouth, Mass. Cienfuegos.
Yep,
He
that's
attends
right.
Wheaton College.
Cuban League. Yeah, there's Cuban League here. There's just we saw you like the Alaska.
I do.
Gold Pandas uniform. That was a nice one.
Where's Buckley over there?
So old Atlanta Braves uniform.
I want to show him.
What is this? You're showing me.
Hey, guys in the truck.
Brownie Earl's coming through with history.
Mystery, exactly. I wanted to show Steve that. Guys in the truck. I'd just like you to thank all the guys in the truck and also let them know that I can hear them all. So that's awesome. Much louder.
First and second now.
Yep. It's trickling through. It's almost bleeding through.
Still a perfect night. It's cooled off a little. It's nice. Actually, very comfortable.
Yeah.
Very
The
nice
batter is
tonight.
Bob
Once
Gibbons.
again, we'd like to thank CTN Media and production services, which are provided by Chelmsford Telemedia, Chelmsford Public Access Stations, And Mark Ruskin. You can thank him too.
As we said, it's a charity event. Everybody's chipping in. Everyone's donating time. It's still a full house. It's getting a little bit late, but still a perfect night.
Thanks to Daryl Benoit for fusing two things together. That wow, this guy's unbelievable.
At the silent auction table to see if you
CTN and CTM Media. Oh, I see. Yep. Close enough, right? Yep. Chelmsford Telemedia. I can hear everybody.
1 and 2. Got him on the changeup.
I'd just like to remind everybody else, if you don't like it, how do you think I like it? So here we are in the bottom of the seventh?
Top of the seventh. 2 outs now. The silent auction is closing
This is the
soon.
center fielder, Matt Ferraro.
So if you wanted to bid on something,
See,
I suggest you run over there and do it.
Another time that I miss our friend Al. I can still. But Al would go around and yep. And he'd take you to the booths and he'd tell you what
He would tell you, with great enthusiasm, he would tell you he could make you bidding on an autographed baseball sound like you were bidding on a rock from the moon.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how he was. If you didn't, he would make you feel guilty for not bidding on that,
and he
missing
did,
out on a piece of history.
And he did.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about passion. I mean.
Yep.
After this inning, I want to hear your El DiTullio story. You
All
were
right.
teasing me with earlier today.
Would you? You know what? I did want to bid.
You're gonna leave me and you're gonna go make a bid? Or what?
I'm gonna.
It's in there for a strike.
I don't know, but I will tell you that when I have on the other headset, I can't.
Okay.
Oh no! I have a whole 10 conversations going on in here, Eddie. Eddie thinks I'm crazy, but he doesn't know what I'm listening. But I've been listening to all game.
All right, he strikes it out, and that's the side.
Want to switch headphones, Eddie?
Take the other one and tune those guys out. But tell me that. Let's get into the El DiTullio story right now.
You want me to tell it right now?
Yes, tell it right now.
Okay.
Check out left field.
Check out left field.
Mascot race.
Oh, okay. We get the mascot race
Also
first.
joining us this evening, candidate for Cambridge City Council, Kristen von Hoffman.
Here.
No, that's a field hockey game going on. I was good at this in gym class. This one, you get it almost like a golf game. You hit it closest to the ring. All right, so let me hear the El DiTullio story.
Well, this takes a little time to build up to, but this kid right here, woof, slap shot, just
strong.
past the ring. Have you ever seen the video of the woman make the shot from all the way across the ice to win the car?
At an ice hockey game?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, Eddie. Oh, Eddie. We got something to do. So we were talking earlier about our friend, our good friend and former announcer buddy, Al DiTullio, who passed away 2 years ago.
Almost to the day, too. Yeah.
Yeah, almost to the day.
18th, yeah.
And it starts, last name is D. I just happened to say it with a T.
D-I-G,
Yeah,
yeah.
D. I say it.
Nice
with
Italian.
Yeah. Oh. So we were talking about memories that we've had.
Yep.
And our favorite Al memory, and for me, hands down, announcing. He was announcing for Watertown basketball.
Okay.
Okay. So you familiar?
Yeah, well, my story, so I hope we're not on the same story, but okay, go ahead.
Well, no, mine's about Bobby, about Coach Lexington yelling at him.
Okay, no, tell me the story.
Okay.
I heard rumors of this story.
So, basically, you have Al, who's the most passionate announcer, and he is.
And he calls it down the middle.
Oh yeah,
he will call it.
Absolutely. That's
He
why he
was
was
for
so great.
Watertown, but he called it down the middle. I will say that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But he wasn't a quiet announcer. He was a passionate announcer.
No.
So they set up the Lexington bench, and then right behind Coach Bob Farias, they put Al's desk.
Now, do a brief synopsis on Coach Farias.
He's just. Let me see. Who would I compare him to? I don't know. He's
he wouldn't. What? A night
Yeah,
Knight?
a knight, but not a jerk.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
a knight that you love.
But that sort of passion.
Yeah. That's in that sort of yelling too.
Yes.
And so he's
So
trying to coach.
He's behind Coach Farias announcing the game.
Al's behind him, and he's going, and we've got another foul shot by Sean Sullivan. And I'm filming Coach Farias, and all of a sudden, Coach turns around and he says, and I have him mic'd up, and he says, I can't take this in the second half. This guy's driving me crazy, and I'm listening to only I can hear what Coach is saying, the assistants, and all of a sudden he stands up and he just turns and he goes, "Can someone shut this guy up?" And Al just looks, and Al's, would you like me to move over another couple feet? I don't think that's going to help. I just need you to shut up. And so, and he's like, I mean, listen, you're doing your job, but do you have to be right in my ear? So they move Al over like a foot or two because they could just squeeze it in, right? And
now batting Dominic Zaire,
and
right
so
field.
a few minutes go by, and they go to halftime break, and the buzzer sounds, and Farias says, you guys are going to have to do something about this. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but we can't even come out here if I'm going to have to. So basically, Lexington wasn't going to come out for the second half unless Al was moved. He seems like a nice guy, but we got to get him out of here. And so then Al felt all bad, and whatever. Long and short of it is that he apologized to Coach, and Farias said, "You're just doing your job. I just can't stand you right behind me yelling in my ear. I can't even think."
Now, back in the day, Watertown, Lexington battle.
Oh.
I mean, those were. You want to talk about high school basketball?
At its
those
finest.
Those were some great games. In Watertown,
won the state.
Won the
finals.
state. Now, here's my story. So they're in. Where was the finals? In Lowell or Songus Arena or?
No, Songus was then it was the Garden.
Okay, so it's in the Garden, and Al's doing the game.
Yeah.
Okay, doing the Watertown game. He's in the Garden, in the broadcast booth doing it.
Mhm.
And Watertown wins on a last-second shot.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, unbelievable.
Al's calling the game. I don't know who made it. I forget if it was Virgo or something. Somebody made the shot.
That little Italian kid, I
Yeah.
guess, who hit threes left and right.
Virgo hits the shot. All of a sudden, you hear a thud and this crash. Right? He got so excited he fell off the chair. Almost passed out on the floor.
No way.
So about 30 seconds, there's no silence. You're just rustling around.
We got to get that on. You got to watch
It's
that on
classic.
video.
That's archived somewhere in Watertown.
No, that must have been a life highlight for him.
That was
announcing a state championship game.
Oh, that's where he
shined.
Yeah, that was it for him. Amazing. It was just
And so to take my story one step further before we get back to the action here, Al, I didn't know Al at the time.
Okay, so you didn't.
So I only knew the guy that was yelling behind Coach. And throw to first.
Back in time.
Yeah. So, and I didn't know, and I was thinking, who is this guy? And this guy's bright red. He's embarrassed, and then I felt bad, and then I saw them shaking hands, and I was like, all right, that's all good. Bottom line is that about 6 months later, I met Al.
Yep.
Maybe even less than that, right?
It was been the spring into the Blue Sox baseball season. Right?
Yeah. That's all about that. And he became a friend and a broadcast buddy, as I like to call him.
Yep.
And we miss him.
That's how Al and I reconnected. After school, we go our separate ways, and then I'm coaching Watertown High baseball, and he's announcing the games, and gonna pick him off here.
Gonna get caught in the proverbial pickle. Second covers, nice job.
Put the tag now. Rewind that, show it again. This is when he walked. He gets the walk, hits the bag. Watch this. Okay.
As my old gym teacher used to say, how embarrassing.
But
I'm just kidding, of course. I mean, I couldn't even walk to first. But
getting back to the Al story, I was coaching Watertown High baseball. He was doing our games and interviewed me one time after the game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it started.
He interviewed you?
He interviewed me, and I had never done this.
How many points did you score?
This was baseball, Brownie. Let's see that pickle again now.
looks like could be a dill or a half sour.
Stepping off nicely. That's what you do. Run right at him.
Yep. Make him. Make him. Yep.
Yep. And run him back to first base. Can't do that. Put the tag on. There you go. So Al.
Fundamentals.
That's it right there. You saw it. That's how you get a rundown going. Al interviewed me, and at the time I had just, and at the same time, started working with CTN on a mistake, sort of. The CTN was down doing a water the Intercity League game.
The Christmas tournament?
No. This is now we're in baseball season.
Okay, yeah.
It's the Lexington Blue Sox, Watertown Reds, with another infamous Lexington coach,
Rick DeAngelis.
Yeah, Coach DeAngelis. In a pinch, he needed someone to do the game, and I was there. I did it, and the rest is history, as they say.
But you grew up with Al.
But I grew up with Al. So then, further down the line, I said, Jim, I've got someone who has to work with us. There's no two ways about it.
Sure.
He's gonna bring us into the 21st century, and the rest is history. And
I remember you telling me about him and saying, "Yeah, we got this guy." Listen, Brownie. He comes off a little nervous, but he knows his stuff.
Yep.
And you were right on the money.
Yep.
James Mullery from West Roxbury. Actually, my nephew plays for West Roxbury, plays for CM.
Yep.
Plays baseball and is the starting quarterback.
Nice. Catholic Memorial.
Yep. And, Patrick Shore. Just a quick shout out.
Yeah, there you go.
Another soon-to-be
Leading off the top of the eighth inning,
athletic legend from Massachusetts.
They're faced a new pitcher.
Another branch of the Nardone tree.
No, it's my wife's side. My side.
You guys are the artists.
We're the artists and the musicians. We just announce.
Lowell, Mass up. Yep, Jimmy McCoy. Back in your neck of the woods there, Lowell.
Yeah, UMass Lowell.
So yeah, I miss Al. It's been 2 years, and
baseball related to getting back to these uniforms and the origins. And Steve was talking about some of the players some of the uniforms that represented past Negro League teams. Do you ever watch Real Sports? Brian Gumble.
Yes.
Did you see the recent piece that they did on that kid who's compiling all the stats together to try to have players from the Negro Leagues in the Hall of Fame?
Statistics included and then getting nominated. No, I briefly passed by that. I didn't see the whole story.
Please check it out. Anybody listening, watching, check it out.
Strike 3 on that gun. One down top of the 8th. Yeah, this
is the first
baseman. So this kid is this.
So he's compiling stats of past Negro League players.
And by doing so, if they can prove that these players played for 3 years.
Yep.
And have this, and he can come up. He not only can get them potentially into
Eastern
the
Bank
recognition
is
that they
sponsoring
deserve,
the eighth inning
but he can also get them the Hall of Fame
the
pension,
visiting team.
which comes out, for some players who played 60, 70 years ago, it's $10,000, $12,000 a year, whatever it is. But I mean, who never saw anything,
right?
Not even recognition, who are now seeing pensions and potential Hall of Fame inductions. And this kid I think he's 20 years old. He's done it all himself.
That's great. It's the motivation that you wish. I wish I had motivation like that to do things like that. It's just
that's changing people. That's changing families' lives and legacies and just dues. There's a lot going on there.
See the ground ball to second base.
Big swing.
Nice hop.
I almost feel lost without Jim in my headset anymore. It existed for so long.
2 down top of the 8th, 6-3. Moving right along. Fouled off to the right, but it's just been a perfect night, and everyone's still strong here.
Oh, yeah.
Still going strong.
Yeah,
Closing
it's
in
early.
on 10 o'clock, yeah. But getting back to the uniforms, and I asked Steve this too last year. How about now? We go back to probably 67. I think is the oldest uniform.
That's our tech manager, Billy Lawler.
He's chilling. Look at that. All he needs is a drink with a. He just needs a drink with an umbrella in it. That's all.
And maybe a new chair.
If he starts snoring, what am I going to do?
Woo! If it's what?
If he starts snoring on us.
Oh.
He's putting the glasses on. He's going to sleep. He's going to sleep.
All right, here's a replay of his reaction when he found out we were. I just said his name right here. I'm like, lol.
But
just a bit outside.
I asked Steve. I said, "Is there any chance of updating something into the mid '70s where the Seattle Mariners came in?"
Oh yeah.
You know,
who else?
Like the
Seattle Astros.
It was Seattle Mariners. I asked them, what were the two teams? I can't even think of the second.
The
Old
third
Toronto
baseman,
Blue Jays.
Kevin
Maybe that's a little bit not too
Montreal.
far old. Expos.
Yep.
Something like that. I'm a big fan of Nolan Ryan. I think like a Nolan Ryan Houston Astros jersey would be a
Well,
be a
Eddie,
nice one.
you were officially part of the family here, so I think that.
I think I have some pull. Yeah. I think I
well,
could.
I think that your word is at least going to be taken with.
All right.
I'll
I'll put the vibe out and see if anyone responds to it.
Well, when you have a good argument like that, I don't understand the rationale behind it, but it seems, it seems well thought out. And if you did, come to the game.
Well, next year, I think we ought to do that. This year, we ought to make it our mission. We'll do maybe something for Al and
yes,
a combination of that and figure out. Like he said, it's what did he call it? Like a family tree, organic type of thing. It just starts from just someone saying something, hey, let's do this, and then it happens, and then next year it happens again.
Somebody find me out the origins of the word organic.
But I think we're definitely going to do that next year. Let's make that year's work this year.
Yes.
All right.
We can even do it. Ball 4.
Nice pitch. Tough pitch to take there.
The white elephants?
The white elephants, yeah. The tough jumbos. Tough jumbos uniform.
Now batting the shortstop, Jack Sinclair.
Gooch's corner?
Yep. See some of the banners out there.
Narragansett.
Steve talked about his if we can get a look down the left field line. Steve talked about his mom, who passed away. He's got a banner out there for her.
In 2004?
I think it was.
Yeah.
You'll see it out there. It's the fourth one in. Out in left field. Yep. So he's got a
green.
Banner. Yep. He's got a banner for his mom, who came to every game. And every year we've been here, just more banners come up there, more memorials. It's just really exploded year after year. Two down, top of the 8th, 6-3. Crowd's still going strong. You're in a perfect night. Started out warm, and it's actually cooled off nicely.
78 degrees.
78, Brownie? Okay.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Do you do that on the side? Are you part weatherman?
No.
No? I think you're a natural for it.
Sometimes I'll call into the local stations, though, and just tell them it's 37 degrees midsummer, see if they'll put it up.
This is your favorite shot. I love that back shot.
Yeah.
Going to find a hole up the middle.
A ground ball with eyes, they call that.
Maybe a play at the plate. Oh, did he hold on to it? No, he didn't.
That kid was fast. He was moving.
Collision at the plate. Everyone's okay, thank God. That was a...
I'm very surprised.
Collision at the plate. The play with the throw was there in time. Just couldn't hold it. Had to have it on the short hop. Let's see it again.
Ladies and gentlemen, we need to have a car moved. If you have Massachusetts registration 15372,
that's me.
A Chevy Equinox.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Please move your car.
The throw was there. He couldn't short hop it. Hit him in the glove. Just bounced out. Is that you, Brownie?
They parked me back there.
Serious?
Yeah. giving out my information. All right, I'll be back, CTN.
All right, bring me back something to eat. Will you, when you come
I will,
back?
buddy.
Thank you.
This is Billy Luberti.
6-4 now, 2 outs. Brownie Hill, he's got to move his car. Fastball. A little late on that. As we said, it's a perfect night tonight. No wind. A little muggy, but not too bad. It's been a... Brownie just came back and took his tickets, too, for the 50-50 raffle. He doesn't trust me. I don't know. I won't take it the wrong way. Be drawing that soon, too. Let's ground ball the shortstop. Gonna have to eat it. Bobbled it. Came up on the heel of his glove. It's gonna load the bases now. 2 down, top of the 8th. Watch that one. In good position. That last hop just came up on him. 2 down now, bases loaded. 6-4, top of the 8th. It's the inside corner as we talked
In the
about.
designated hitter spot is Joe St. Hilaire.
St. Hilaire at the Brooklyn uniform. Talked earlier how the raffled the fastball in there for a strike, Chelmsford High. The silent auction table had tons of stuff, and that's a great fundraiser. All that stuff is donated. There's autographed pitches. There was autographed baseballs. I saw a lot of stuff from the Little Spinners. The Good Family does a great job. Struck them out, finishing strong. Go to the bottom of the 8th, 6-4. Here at St. Peter's Field in Cambridge, Mass. You're watching the Oldtime Baseball game on ctnmedia.net. If you want to get a copy of this, you can do that too. You can just, when you log on to CTN Media, you can link over and request a copy. I think they're for sale, but they're very reasonably priced. And you get a DVD of the game. And we have past games too every year. We archive them, so they're great to have. So if you have a friend or a relative or a family member that was playing in this game, this is a great gift to get them and show them. It's just a great great event, as we said earlier. And everyone here is on their own dime. This is donated. Just been a great event. Perfect night. I'm here by myself as Carmen had to go move his car. So left me to handle it. Still a full house. It's closing in a little after 10 o'clock. Give us a text at 617-429-1111. Let us know where you're watching. We already got a couple from California already. Southern Cal. And actually Wyoming, too, which is nice. And if you want to make a donation, too, shoot it in, and we'll tell you, we'll connect you where to go if you're out of state and want to help out. And even during like I said, even after this game is over, they'll still be taking donations, and you can still go on to oldtimebaseball.com, and that will give you a link to where to make your donation to the Scleroderma Foundation. And it's funny, I didn't know that was one of, they call it a rogue disease, so it's really not really, I want to say it's recognized, but there's no federal funding for research on it, and it's affects 300,000 people a year, so it's one of those where we're on our own, and we all have to stick together. We all have to raise money for something like this, because if it affects affects someone in your family like that, you just want to step up and do it. And this is what this is all about. These events are just awesome. And you are watching Old Time Baseball game in St. Peter's Field, Cambridge, Mass. CTNmedia.net. As you see, yeah, played at beautiful St. Peter's Field, North Cambridge. And this is the 20th year
Bottom of the 8th inning will be Alex Lee.
of this event, and it's just snowballed every year. This is our 7th year, and it's just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger every year. We talked about it earlier, how it's not going to go anywhere. It's staying here no matter what. So next year, when you want to come down, I suggest you get here early. It's usually going to be, if you're planning it, it's usually this Wednesday, Thursday. It's third week of August. Steve tries to plan it so there's no Red Sox game, there's no Patriot preseason game. There's not much going on tonight for the sports. Red Sox played today. Finished early and they won. But so there's not much else going on. You're not going to miss anything when you come down here. Have a great night. There's great food. There's stuff to bid on. There's Steve has some great T-shirts. Actually, I got one. I'll show one. Show it off a little later. Pull it out of my bag. So great T-shirts, food, silent auction, just a lot of stuff going on. And actually, too, popped up first baseway. First out, bottom of the 8th. And these T-shirts are a great collector's item. If you ever want to get one, you can log on to Oldtime Baseball and track one down, and you can buy one through there too. So it's a great deal too. Catches the outside corner for a strike. So I happen to get my T-shirt and be wearing it tomorrow. But as we said, everything here is 100% to the fund. Every penny goes to the Scleroderma Foundation tonight. And next year is going to be the ALS Foundation, which is another great cause. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 down. There's a rip down the left field line. It's going to drop in there for a base hit. 1 out single. Bottom of the 8th, 6-4.
Now batting, Charlie McConnell, second base.
It's Charlie McConnell, Belmont Hill School, out of Reading, Mass. So representing Middlesex League. He's going to break it in there for a base hit. Going to be a play at third. He comes to throw. It's up there. Look out. Nice base running. McConnell goes into second base on the throw. Heads up, base running there. Saw the play going to third. Didn't stop rounding first. Now we get second and third, 1 out. Nice heads up play by McConnell there. So he ripped it in the hole, first and second base hole. All right, here's Mike Cunningham now. Ducks on the pod. He's got second and third, 1 down. Looking to add to the 6-4 lead here in the top of the 8th. Just get it on the corner there for strike 1. As we talked to Steve earlier, you know, every jersey almost has a story behind it, and how this keeps growing and growing. Get the change up down. 0-2 to Cunningham. Infield even with the bags, first and third. Will probably come home if it's hit to the corners, a little outside. Middle infielders will take the out at first. Corners will probably come home, try to shut down the run there. Gets him on a changeup away. Nice pitch. 2 down now. Unable to drive the run in.
This is the catcher.
Talked about the Red Sox winning today out in San Francisco. It's going to be a wild race down the end there. Red Sox, Yankees, Rays. I wouldn't count the Orioles out yet. He's got the cheese working there with the fastball. Luis Maza. We talked about his uniform earlier, the New York Knights, which is the only I don't know what to call it, professional, the realistic team. No such team. Still a nice uniform. Two down, second and third. Mazza set. Curveball fooled him, and that's going to be it. Nice job getting out of the inning with no runs. 6-4 as we head to the top of the 9th here at St. Peter's Field in Cambridge, Mass. Thank you so much for joining us. on ctnmedia.net. The Old-Time Baseball Game, 20th Annual Old-Time Baseball Game. This is going to be it. Last inning. It's been a perfect evening. Perfect evening. We've been so lucky as our 7th year doing it. We have not had one bad weather day in the 7 years we have done this. So it's been a great evening. If we can pan around when we get a chance out in the left field fences, and we'll go over, look at some of the different banners out there. The fundraising banners. Steve Buckley's mom, he's got one for his mom out there, and a lot of different ones. There we go. There's a Johnny Pesky one. Now, if you see all the signatures on that, all the signatures on the Johnny Pesky one, all the players before the game that was in the changing room, they all signed it. And the Brendan Grant one, as he talked about earlier. So Brendan played in this in 2001. And everyone who will wear his jersey takes his place. It has to be from Belmont High. You see Catherine Buckley, that's Steve's mom, who came to every game and then passed away from cancer, and he dedicated that to her. It's a great thing. Let's take a look at that play at home plate there, the last inning. Trucking around. This is a that's the Chelmsford Media Super Zoom. That's a nice shot. They got some quality equipment, and we owe great thanks to Chelmsford Media for their truck, which is behind me. You can see it right there. Actually, see it right there? Let me do that. Can I do this? Right there. Chelmsford Media. Right there. The Telemedia. I got to get corrected on that. It's a great truck. We've got 2 of their trucks tonight. Yeah, they're the CTM to our CTM. So thank you so much for the donation tonight, as everybody down here is donating their time, their money, their efforts for a great cause, and it's going to happen again next year too. So log on to the website. There we are. Got my tent. This was actually nice. It worked out really nice. Didn't rain, but kept the sun off me earlier today. It was hot. That's a nice shot. Now that's a shot from the first base camera. I think Brownie got towed. Either that or he got arrested. I told him to get me a sandwich. Although I don't. He's either eating the sandwich or he got towed. I don't know. But still a good crowd here tonight. We got to talk to Steve Buckley earlier tonight, and he will not take the credit for all this either. He just that kind of guy. He's a great guy, and perfect man to be running this event. You know, someone who cares, always will care, and just does it because he loves the game, loves raising money. It's just a win-win dealing with Steve, and you can't go wrong. I suggest that if you have the means or the opportunity, drop him a line, drop him a thank you note for what he's doing. If you can't, no times are tough, and if you can't send a few bucks, what a thank you always is a nice thing to see too, for what he's doing. But it's a great event. And these uniforms, well, even watching it on the video here, it doesn't give the justice to these uniforms, how nice they are, how just colorful and how nice they are. Here's Bob Gibbons now, top of the ninth. Need 2. Here's Brownie back. Talk about an Amber. I was going to sound an Amber Alert on you. But first of all, did you give me my sandwich? That's the main thing. Oh, you're the man. What happened? You okay?
My car was blocking Lou Merloni's. So Lou had me paged. And when I went out there, he said, "Oh, you were one of the announcers." And I said, "Yes." And he goes, "I just got a text from one of my buddies in Connecticut." And he said, "Wow, Lou, rounding first base isn't what it used to be, huh?" dynamite.
Center fielder, Matt Barrera.
Second,
Yeah.
my my raffle tickets
Yeah.
hit. Didn't hit any, but
Okay.
the
I noticed you took them with you. You didn't trust them here with me.
No, I wanted to check
Saw
them.
that, you know. I would have checked them for
So
you.
look at 877, 157.
Yeah.
877, 158, 1. 877, 144, 1.
Get out of here, really.
So like you said before, it all could be a scam. No, I'm just kidding. What do you got over here? Okay.
I've got texts coming in from everywhere now. So yeah, California. We had some from Florida.
Yeah, the internet works in Connecticut.
Yes, they have internet in Connecticut. They have it in Florida, which is nice.
Yep.
So your car is okay. Lou got out okay.
Lou got out okay.
All right, good.
Actually, I brought it up to him. I said, how you feeling after that? And he goes, oh, funny. I ripped between first and second to right field.
Top of the ninth, need 2 to tie. 3 will take the lead.
This is the left fielder, Jimmy McCoy.
Jimmy McCoy's played the whole game.
He has one of the few.
Yeah. No outs, first and second for McCoy.
Once again, we'd like to thank CTN Media and let you know production services were provided by Chelmsford Telemedia, Chelmsford Public Access Stations.
Is it ripped to right field?
With special thanks to Mark Ruskin.
Can we plug his little venture too? No, we can't. Okay. I got the quick no on that. Hey, Brownie.
But we wish him the best on the sale.
Yes. I got my T-shirt.
From who?
See?
Who'd you get it from?
The stand.
Okay, you bought it.
I bought it. Yes, that wasn't. When we get a chance, we'll show the T-shirt.
Because a little.
Did you get a free one?
No.
Okay.
But a little unknown secret around here is if you stick around long enough after the game, Buckley gives out all sorts of
yes
tchotchkes.
There's the old-time baseball game shirt, and it's on the back. It's got strikeout scleroderma. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming our way, Brownie. Look out. Shortstop
Nice
puts
catch,
it out.
Brownie.
But so, and it's a baseball type undershirt.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. And
very nice. What size?
This is a XX.
This is Zach Tallis.
I'd probably go for a medium.
Yeah, well, but that's my program. I want you to autograph that for me. So
I'm not taking it.
I'm putting that up on my wall.
You are?
My wall of fame. Yep. My starting a wall of fame in my house.
So me and when you think of a good 80s poster.
Another pop up, center field. Runner's gonna tag. He's on
Throws.
it. Going.
What an arm!
Play at the
What
plate.
an
They gotta
arm.
put him out. What a play to end the game. Are you kidding me?
In the excitement of this game.
What a throw from center field. Steve Bucky was hyping this kid up. He was a real deal. And that
Said he
ends
was the
the
best
game.
player in Cambridge.
Yeah, well, a strike from center field.
What? I mean, that was a pro throw. There's
Ladies and gentlemen,
That was a
thanks
great
again
play.
for supporting
What a way to
the
end the game.
Baseball game and the Scleroderma Federation of New
See,
England.
that's not.
Eddie, we're all. It's a learning process for all of us. Watch this
Most
kid.
valuable player with 2 shutout innings pitched, including 5 strikeouts.
I said it.
is pitcher John Gorman.
There you go. Great play.
We'll see you next year.
Sure will.
Yes. Brownie, hope it all. This was all you thought it would be and more.
Yeah. I think the Lou call at the end really was the icing. You know.
Hey, no, hey.
Sitting down with Steve Buckley. You know, the dog.
Yep. Yes. Well,
You.
well, that's. I could sit with Buck for hours and we could, just talk. I should have had him autograph my book too. I mean, I should get everyone to autograph this book. If we see Buck, I will do that.
I'm going to read a couple credits here for you, Eddie.
Okay, go right ahead. I won't interrupt you.
Okay. I'd like to thank Brownie Earl for his excellent work in broadcasts. I'd also like to thank our director-producer, Jim Atkinchuk III. That's Jim Atkinchuk III. Graphics, we had Dan Sylvia, Daniel Atkinchuk, the young Atkinchuk. Kid's got talent.
3 generations of Akimchucks.
Yes.
Today.
We missed
3.
that picture, too.
It's true.
Our tech manager, Billy Lawler Jr., engineer, Alyssa Genera.
Yep, she was in the truck.
Genero. Engineer.
There's Jim number 1 out there in first base. There he is right there.
Daryl Benoit.
There he
Engineer
is.
Daryl Benoit. Oh, yeah, there he was.
Generation 1. That's Generation 1.
Lead grip, Dan Buckley, who was also the keyed grip. No, just the lead grip.
What's a grip?
Someone who walks around with the wires.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know that.
On cameras, we had Doug Maffetoni.
Yep.
All right. James Akimchuk Jr.
That's the 3rd. No, that's the 2nd.
Mike.
No, that's senior.
That's the 2nd.
That's the 1st.
First. Kristen Pachikowski.
It's that tent, Brownie.
And Mike Cartisano.
Wow.
They're all Italian.
All
Cartisano.
Italians working tonight.
And, of course, the elusive Eddie Biceps Basile.
I'm here.
Full
Always
effect.
here.
You look good.
I feel good. Thank you. Well, I'm not styling as good as you are with the.
Well, you'll know
matching
for
hat
next
and
year.
tie. All right,
You'll know
I'll
for
do
next year.
that.
I've raised the bar.
You have. So thrown the gauntlet down on my.
So one more time, Eddie. Why are we here?
We are here on the Oldtime Baseball Game 20th annual fundraising event for scleroderma.
Scleroderma. This guy's a pro.
Okay, and I bet you we raised well over 50 grand tonight, which I think is an amazing thing. For an illness that isn't really supported by the government yet. I mean,
Nope.
it's on its own. They call it an orphan illness, and unfortunately, it's people that keep it going and keep the research going so we can knock this down. So it's been a great cause. Next year is going to be ALS,
Which should be huge.
It's
I mean,
huge.
like
yep.
that. I could imagine another level. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
well, that's what's going to happen. Every year it's been like that, and next year with
And
the ALS.
ALS and its association with baseball.
Yeah,
goes
forget about
back to Mr. Lou Gehrig.
Yep. So.
And I just want to thank Steve McDonald, our amazing tape operator.
Because he was the one doing he was doing the replays. There's our second trailer. Look at that. See, we got 2 trucks.
Yep.
That's how we roll big time here.
We have
You
a
know,
truck and a trailer, but
we
yeah.
don't- we don't fool around. Well, no, but they definitely shout out to Chelmsford too. See right over our shoulder there,
Yeah,
Chelmsford.
look at that.
Yep, someone's in the truck.
Is
waiting.
Chelmsford in the house? Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Let's look at some highlights from this game, like the hand. Talk to the hand. Let's go to the truck. Oh, Merlone.
There's Lou with that bomb to right field, left field.
Yeah, I thought this was going out. I thought he was going park. Okay.
We don't have.
Oh
him.
yeah, here we go.
Yep,
we got
there
the
he goes.
Merlone crashes into the ground.
It's all right. I think the first baseman tripped him. I think that's what it was.
You know what? The dirt sometimes.
He was tripped.
Maybe the field. You know. Oh, we have that. Yep.
That's one collision. We had that one earlier where we saw the blood. We had a cut
Where-
in the hand there. Remember
Mhm.
that one earlier? Yep. So it was. I mean, these guys come to play. It's a charity event, but they come to play, and
I think
it's
it was
just been a great event tonight.
And I
Yeah.
thank you for joining us. You know.
Thank you.
Thank you to the people at home.
Yes.
For tuning in.
And like I said, if you want to get a copy of this, ctnmedia.net, you can log on.
And
get a copy.
You can still give us a call at 617-429-1111
Yep.
if you would like information about donating.
Yes. I highly recommend it. You'll feel good. It's for a good cause, and it's a good thing to do.
Now, Eddie, are you
Yes.
going to sign the pesky? I had
Yes,
him.
we talked about that.
Yeah.
We're going to go out there and sign it, definitely.
Okay.
I mean, that'd be something proud to
Great.
do.
If someone could
do that.
If someone could get us a Sharpie marker.
Yes.
So, for Eddie Basile,
Brownie Earl, we'll do it again next year.
CTN
same time.
Media, and Chelmsford Telemedia,
Yep.
Chelmsford Public Access, we say thank you.
For just a great event, Old-Time Baseball. Rocking it again, raising
Old-time
some
friends.
money. Yes, we'll do it again soon.
All right. Hey, we'll see you next year.
All right, guys. Take
Thanks
care.
for joining us.